I'm logged into both, so I just got to go
into both.
Yep. Live.
We are. Thanks for the code, Jackie. Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to the Impact Wrestling Sacrifice pay-per-view watch-along. I don't know if this is technically a pay-per-view. It's an Impact Plus event.
Yep.
So if you subscribe to Impact Plus, is that a website?
No, well, it's impactwrestling.com, but you have to have Impact Plus to be able to watch it. The Impact Plus app.
So fans, can they download that on a computer or on a phone? Or
well, the Impact Plus app, you have to go to the App Store to get that. But if you do it on your computer, you need to do impactwrestling.com and then sign up. You have to sign up for it.
So you got to sign up for it, folks. It is, I believe, a bargain of a deal.
$7.99, and you get all their library, just like the WWE Network. You get that. All just like that, all their pay-per-views, except there's a couple years they leave out, but pretty much everything's there. I love it. I use it all the time. I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're probably a fan of Impact or a fan of wrestling in general. So if you are, then you're definitely going to enjoy it just like I do. I think it's great. It's worth the money.
Are we live on both YouTube and Facebook?
No, not Facebook.
Not Facebook. Oh, wait a minute. The joke man, Jackie, is with us tonight. One of the superstars of our staff here at the studio. Jackie is as befuddled as I am trying to figure out how to get Facebook to work because it drives me nuts every time. But I'm sure he'll alert us once he figures it out.
Oh, he will.
He's a man of great intelligence, trained under the same dojo as Howard Miller.
I'm trying to see if I can see if it's on. Nope, see, it's not live yet.
I don't know.
On this, I just want to make sure.
We are starting a little early to try and build up the crowd, folks. If you'd like, share the link across social media, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, wrestling Facebook groups, wrestling websites. We're going to have fun doing a watch along. So, in this day and age of coronavirus, you may not be able to have your friends over to enjoy these extravaganzas. Well, you know what? You have us.
We do have people joining, though.
Alone. Who is with us already?
So far, we have Brian D, Rick B, VSR Video,
wow.
Robert Smith.
Bobby Smith.
Robert Smith.
Not Bobby.
No, Robert.
Right. Bobby, Robert, I'm sorry. We're going to have a good time. We usually have some laughs. Again, instead of starting at 8, we wanted to build this up so we're not starting on the nose, talk a little bit about the matches. I wanted to go out of my way to thank the new Patreons that have joined. If any of you fine folk are here, maybe I should wait until 8 o'clock before I send out my heartfelt thank you to you joining us at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling, where you get the early ad-free access to all 4 of our weekly in-studio shoot interviews, not podcasts, in-studio shoot interviews, which are very expensive to produce. You guys help make it happen. You get access to our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library that's been seen by millions online, millions more on The Howard Stern Show. You get Patreon exclusive content, and most of all, great wrestling fans like you. Yes, you are helping keep Pro Wrestling Legends working. Again, patreon.com/Boston Wrestling, less than an overpriced coffee at Starbucks. And another big reason why we need the help so much, we are now literally less than a month away from the kickoff to Wrestle House. We are on our road to WrestleMania. We are headed to Tampa. We are going to rent out a home, and we are going to bring you WrestleMania week and weekend, a plethora of superstars and legends for a series of studio shoot interviews. Well, I guess non-studio shoot interviews. We're going to have live episodes. We're going to do cyber autograph signings. It looks like it could be anywhere from potentially 8 to 10 different superstars. That's a lot of footage. It's a lot of work. Let me tell you. Wrestle House, it could send me to the insane asylum, but that's a different story for a different time. Anything you could do to help bring Wrestle House to life is greatly appreciated. The super chat button to my right will be open all night. Don't forget to tip the bartender for the great entertainment coming your way. And again, there are simple things you can do that don't cost more than a couple of seconds of your time that help an awful lot. If you give the videos a thumbs up, that lets the YouTube computers, the algorithms, know that people are enjoying the content. If you subscribe to the channel, the same thing. It lets YouTube know things are rocking and rolling here in
Rocking and
Boston
rolling.
Wrestling MWF. As excited as we are about these great interviews, within the next couple of days, I should finally have news for you as far as the return of in-ring Boston Wrestling MWF Pro Wrestling, inside of a wrestling ring with live wrestling fans at it. It has been a year from hell with this. For a group of our size to have to sit on tens of thousands of dollars in rents, deposits, airfare tickets, never mind all the money spent on advertising we had to flush down the toilet for the events that didn't happen. So big news coming your way, big superstars coming our way. We still have the brand new original Wrestling Insider interviews each week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights at 10 p.m. And don't forget, even tonight, after our Impact watch along, at 11 p.m., we had to boost it an hour, but we're still going to have our Wrestling Insider Week in Review program. It's about 4 hours long, and we bring you one-stop shopping because we know not everybody has 4 nights a week to dedicate to what we do, so we create one large program that has all 4 shoots from this past week in one supersized episode. It includes an adult-themed Tony Atlas interview that put the women and kids to bed for that one, folks. It made Marty Jannetty blush. We also have Nasty Boys Jerry Saggs with us, a very insightful interview about the World Wrestling Federation circa 1991, some stories about the AWA, Memphis, a very young Undertaker early in his WWF career, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, some of Curt Hennig's ribs, great interview with Jerry Saggs. Then Marty Jannetty is back himself, where he shoots on WrestleMania 5, the event that was hosted at Trump Plaza. He talks about Donald Trump hosting WrestleMania, his interactions with him. Shawn Michaels' meltdown the night before WrestleMania 5. He talks about Rick Rude's issues with the Ultimate Warrior and so much more. And we wrap up this supersized Wrestling Insiders Week in Review with John Cena Sr. as he and I discuss Bobby Lashley, our good friend, is the new WWE champion. Very happy about that. We talk about, can WWE trust Sasha Banks losing the SmackDown Women's Championship after the meltdown she had when she lost the tag team titles at WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium. Plus a lot of WWE news and notes, opinions, thoughts. We talk about Apollo Crews' ascension, Bo Dallas going on the side of milk cartons as he's gone missing, another phenomenal talent that has gone to waste. So a lot of great talk. If you missed all of the episodes this week, if you missed any of them, or you just want to chat with friends in the premiere box, join us at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, following the Impact Plus Sacrifice. Again, I'm going to call it a pay-per-view. I don't know if it has a special name. What do you refer to them as?
The Impact Plus app event. Like, because they go...
That's what you refer to
Look
it as.
at Impact Plus Sacrifice. Like, it's an exclusive event for Impact Plus.
All right. Well, you know what, fans? You want to talk about a kick to the balls? Before we started taping tonight, we were going to do another watch along with you guys next weekend. And to try and save sanity, we were going to try and to pre-tape it. And we did pre-tape it. The only problem was the drive we used ran out of time, an hour and 52 minutes into a 3-hour pay-per-view event.
Wait a minute, how much?
An hour and 52 minutes. So
All
the last
that.
hour... Imagine
wow.
the sound that came out as I screamed at the computer that could do nothing to fix because the disc was. Now, are we recording now, Jackie? All right, thank you, sir. Please see this, when you have Jackie here, these types of things
the joke
don't
man,
happen.
baby.
He may be filled with a lot of humor, but when it comes to business, it's like you with the chocolate flavored women. It's all business, baby.
Hey, Facebook says sorry, we're having trouble playing this video, getting to go. Just so you know. Hold on, let me see. Kicked on. There we go. It's good. We're good.
Well, Jackie heard that and he said, you know what?
Yep,
fuck
there
that.
it is. It
He
just
hit
kicked
whatever
in.
button he hit. And we are now live on Facebook. Facebook folk, welcome to our Impact Wrestling Sacrifice kind of pay-per-view watch along, kind of Impact App Plus event. I'm not exactly sure how you describe them. He is more of the Impact guy than I, but he is going to be monitoring all of your comments.
I'm trying my best,
Facebook,
guys. I don't want to hear no yelling at me.
on YouTube, and all of you fine folks. Again, if you could share the link across social media, let everybody know what we have going on tonight. We had a SmackDown review show early at 7 o'clock tonight. At Impact, we started a little early just to build up the crowd for 8 o'clock. And then at 11 p.m., it's Wrestling Insiders Week in Review with Tony Atlas, Nasty Boys, Jerry Saggs, Marty Jannetty, and John Cena Sr. So basically, you have Boston wrestling content from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. It has been a long day. For the first time ever, we released 5 original videos. Every day at 10, we do our daily history video, looking back at live event results generally from the 80s and the 90s. Saturdays, we do our Wrestling Insiders flashback. This week, Tony Atlas discussed, I believe, Cyndi Lauper and Mr. T and their involvement in the first WrestleMania. At 7, as I noted, we had the SmackDown review. Right now, we're live with the Impact Wrestling Sacrifice pay-per-view watch-along. And then at 11, it's Wrestling Insiders Week in Review. We have never had 5 videos released in one day.
Busy.
The WWE Network could be jealous of what we're doing.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're just about 4 minutes away from Sacrifice.
We're good on everything.
What are we looking forward to tonight,
Eric
fans?
Tate's here. Hello, Eric Tate.
Eric Tate, how are you? Hopefully you're not related to Sharon.
Oh, you know what Rick B said? He said, I think the reason not many people in here yet is the notification for this video never went out. I didn't get it.
Interesting. That's not a great thing. Thanks for the good news, Rick. No, honestly, thanks for letting us know that. I wonder why. Maybe because I changed the time. Just because it was originally in for 8.
Well, once it goes off at 8, everybody will be here.
Well, maybe that'll be it then. Do you think that's it, Rick?
We got 23 people watching right now.
We originally had it booked at 8, and then I said, you know what? Let's try and build it up. We'll go a quarter of 8, 7:45. I was ordered to by Jackie, but you know what?
Yeah, a lot of people saying they didn't get the notification.
You know what? Thank you guys for setting yourself up for the notifications. We appreciate it.
And we got 6 people watching on Facebook.
All right, well, we don't have to reveal those numbers. People have eyes, Dave. We don't want to.
I was just letting you know about the notification.
We like to be surprised at the end. We like to be surprised at the end. Can you believe it, folks? We're just about less than 4 weeks away until we're going to be in Tampa doing our live shows with all the great superstars that are going to be coming to our Wrestle House. I have a feeling that's either going to be a great success or a colossal disaster. What do you guys think? It's going to be fun, I hope. Our toy drive was not much fun, but that was set up under very different circumstances. And along with the Salmon Pants, Socko, and Nasty Boys rivalry that began that weekend. That's a different story for a different time. And I hate to say it, but my buddy Rich Swann, you know what? I think maybe I should text him one more time before I job him out.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to.
We didn't even go over the card.
You know what? Let's run down the card.
All right, we're going to do we got the Impact and TNA Unification Championship match, which is between Rich Swann and Moose. We have the X Division title match, which is TJP versus Ace Austin. We have the Impact Tag Team title match, which is the Good Brothers versus Finjuice, which is David Finlay and Juice Robinson. The Impact Knockouts title match, which is Deonna Perazo versus ODB. Impact Knockout Tag Team title match, which is Fire and Flava, which is Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz versus Jordan Grace and Jazz. We have a Hold Harmless match, which is a no DQ, countouts, or anything goes, adding a little something to the name, I guess, which is Eddie Edwards versus Brian Myers. We have a couple just regular matches, which is Violent by Design, which is Eric Young, Joe Doring, and Diener versus Chris Sabin and James Storm.
Big one.
Then we have Decay, which is Black Taurus, Crazy Steve, and Rosemary versus Reno Scum, which is Adam Thurstow and Lester the Legend. And then Havoc and Nevaeh versus Tenille and Caleb with the K. So we have a stacked card. If you're an Impact fan, Dan probably doesn't know half the people on the card, but it's all right. I have no idea
what you're talking about, but I'm texting Rich Swann.
But the people that do know, let us know your predictions. Let us know how you're liking them. You know?
I mean, I don't get Impact Wrestling where I live, so this is kind of fun for me. It's new for me. I like to see wrestling talent I don't know. I know Impact really went through a rut at one point, but there are some that feel it has continued to improve. I know one thing. They've survived 19 years when a lot of people didn't think they'd survive the summer of 2002. So they got to be doing something right. And here we go. Game time, baby.
Here we go.
Oh, let's
Noah Bolin, $5. Let's keep the lights on.
Noah Bolin, baby. Are you going to join us for Wrestle House next month in Tampa? because you're helping bring us the superstars.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck is this?
That's them. That's Impact.
Are you sure we don't need to do anything on our end?
No, look, it's Buffalo. We are that's them.
Are you sure it's not the computer?
I hope not.
Yeah, if it was us, I think it would.
It wouldn't come up. That wouldn't come up.
Is anyone that's actually watching the Impact Wrestling pay-per-view getting a white screen that says we are experiencing, as I spit everywhere, some technical difficulties? Please wait a few minutes and try again.
Unreal. I can get up and try it, but I know that wouldn't come up.
Let's just see if any of the fans are having the same problem. Jackie's just going to come out and hit the computer, and hopefully
that doesn't help us,
That's how
James.
furious he was with Facebook.
Impact blows, he puts. No.
But whether you think it blows or not,
that's not helping
you guys
us.
getting the white screen?
Jesus.
Jackie's had enough. He's walking in and out of the control room.
We got a few questions in the Facebook chat.
Oh, we do? Anything interesting?
No, I was just letting you know.
I do see it. He's talking so much. I don't want to cut him off.
Too much. But thank you for the red alert, Jackie.
Joseph Ladau asked, any word on if the Back to the 80s night is still on?
Joseph, I'm going to have news on that over the next couple of days.
Try to get out of here and go back.
I could say a few things, but trying to deal with the individual, to be kind, that runs Memorial Hall has been an extreme
Yeah, see, it's them.
Extreme challenge.
Yep.
I'll say the news isn't bad. Probably not what we want, but we're going to have news for you, and there'll be some good news to add to it. So I'm not thrilled. I'm not disappointed. It's somewhere in between, but we're going to get there, because believe me, this has been a show that everybody has been looking forward to. Everybody's been talking to. Fans, if you have no idea what we're talking about, as the coronavirus began to explode, we had an event booked down the street at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. It had the biggest advance in the history of our organization, with still 5 weeks before the event. And then again, the virus hit. So we're loading up on great talent that's going to be coming your way. Obviously, we have to replace our Road Warrior Animal, who is no longer with us. But I think you guys are really going to like what we have planned. My goal is, anytime the fans are let down, you got to go bigger. And it's more expensive to do it that way. But you know what? You guys deserve it. And this year is our 20th anniversary. So put us to sleep like an old pet at the veterinarians, right? I know little Cena is furious right now.
What does bad gateway mean?
Not a good one. Are any of you folks at home running into the problem we are with Impact Wrestling?
Oh, see, it's just saying this shit.
Yeah, it's saying that shit.
What does that mean?
Why don't you try signing in on the laptop?
I will a second. I just want to make sure it's not the internet, because...
See, you're thinking. No?
Then Impact Wrestling. See if I can get in there like this. And go to Impact Wrestling.
A little bit of an issue today. He's been trending on Twitter. I made some kind of remark about Penelope Ford, and I didn't hear it word for word. I know some have disputed it, but he may have referred to Penelope Ford as a slut.
Uh-oh.
But you know what? If he's talking about the character and not the human being...
See, that page won't load. That's the problem.
Try it on your computer.
I'm going to go to there right now. Sorry, guys.
He's got his Razor Ramon hoodie on. How much more excited for an Impact Wrestling Plus watch-along could he be?
Okay.
The countdown is on.
Me.
All I want is 110% effort. I can ask for nothing more.
Trying my best, buddy.
Jackie, can you tell by any of the platforms you're viewing, are any of the fans having issues that we are? On YouTube or Facebook? Commented that? Anything? No. Is anyone having any luck? Is anyone able to watch it anywhere on the planet?
I see it's just circling in here too.
So it's got to be a Jackie, if you could cut to the wide shot of Mr. Cena. I mean the individual shot. I want to poke over here for 1 sec. There you go. Thank you, bud. All right, let me see if I can
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
see anything. That's
Oh,
still
huge
on.
blizzard in the main. So far, no problem. Some people say no problem.
No problem.
So it's got to be our internet.
What?
Just so keep on trying to get to that Impact website because that's where you're gonna go.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, you got it. All right. Click that red bar when you scroll down a little bit.
The red, the one that's kind of
Right there.
purplish. This
Right
one.
there. Yep. Tonight. Yep. I think we're see bad gateway.
Can you try the internet on that computer and see if you're getting anything? Anything out of the, even Google or Yahoo or. Oh, fans, I tell you, it has been a week for Dan Mirade. It has been a week.
No, that's on. I turned it off.
I'm sorry. And we want you to be warm with your shorts.
No, thank you.
So that's on if that's working. Where is this coming from?
Oh, they said even the live stream on us is a little choppy.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
You got to be shitting me.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to get the problem fixed. Hold on with us. We're working our best.
Oh, television. Well, live internet or whatever you want to call it. How does the feed look to you, Jackie, in there? Good, bad, otherwise?
How everything is, guys, so we know if we're doing better or not with the internet. Trying our best to get it back up. Yeah, the live stream is blurry. So it's something right now. What's going on? It's real windy outside.
Blame it on the wind, baby.
It looks like Huckamy says it looks like 360p. Restart.
Really?
Rick B says restart the computer.
It looks a lot better in there.
Reset the computer, why not? When all else fails, right?
We'll try that. I'm gonna keep
we
on.
are sorry, fans, that
The
this has
comments
turned
are
into
working,
such a
so
disappointment.
James J Dog watching Deadly Game Survivor Series right now. What a pay-per-view. Today's wrestling is so bad.
Yeah, he's not too far off.
Yeah, man. Some
Who
of it
was
is
that
bad.
again?
Some of it's real good. That's James J Dog.
James J. Dog.
And then Kevin Lockhart, you got this guy. AEW has the best wrestling events today. Not at all.
Well, the man
Not
is
at
entitled
all.
to his opinion. If that's what he enjoys,
Yeah,
that's
but
what he enjoys.
That's a wrong opinion. That AEW Revolution or whatever it was the worst I've ever seen. Too long. Need some chowder. All right, guys. Stand by. We're working on it. All right, here we go. Now we're working again.
When you get me out of the chair, you know it's important, baby.
Yes, sir. Your feed looks like the 1980s videotape and karate movie with the lips moving and words not matching.
Really?
Yeah. But then Rick B, Rick B even says your live feed is okay here. Buffed a few times for saying not bad.
Ask them if the person that said 360, if they can adjust there's a little button on the bottom of the YouTube screen that lets you pick what resolution you want to watch it.
Well, they're hearing you say that, so.
I have my microphone on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so if you guys can, there's a little bar like around the YouTube at the bottom where it says live feed. See if you can up to the better resolution. Sorry. Yeah. Totally agree with you, John Andwai. Nobody puts on a show like WWE. Absolutely. No one will. Little energy drink action now.
We did have a problem with the internet yesterday. We had Verizon. This blue cord. He didn't have a computer in here by any chance, did he?
Right there. Zero by Ignite. This is a Dan Blazarian. You guys know who Dan Blazarian? Man, wouldn't we all want his life if you guys do know who he is? Good stuff. Well, your live feed. What do we got? Come on, guys. Chat it up. Let's go. Come on. Chat up with me. Yeah, tell me what's going on because I have nothing to talk about right now. We have nothing on the TV screen. The internet's a little mushy. All we got is this right here. You guys could come, help us out a little bit. Be fantastic. No. I'm going to try to log into it again on here. Give me a second.
I'm going to go to a backup plan if it doesn't work.
Yeah, site will be back up soon. So I don't know if are you guys, anybody that's watching Impact, are you guys having a problem anymore or is it still just fine? Yep, and you know what? I just went on another stream that I have it on, and it's up right now too. It's good. It's just something on that. I can't get up there. I don't know why.
You can't get it on the Impact Plus?
No, but I have it on another thing.
You know what? I got an idea. Where's my phone? Oh, you know what? One thing about my crazy brain is that it's always got a backup.
Here, you got it? All right, I'm going to say I can give it to you too. And look at that. The winner was Decay, Crazy Steve, and Black Taurus. Good, good, good.
So still nothing on our end as far as the pay-per-view?
No, I can't get on. It won't let me. I'm going to see if I can get on through my phone, like with the Unplugged Pass app. Because this is crazy. I pay the money for it.
I apologize, but I think positive, baby. I think I have the solution. But we can't tell him. We can't tell him for now. All right, let's see. Please love me. Love me.
I have something to. Oh, beats. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention because we've been here.
You don't pay attention to UFC?
I haven't been able to. Not this week. No, there's nothing this week. It was just last weekend. All right, so let's see. What do we got? I think if he doesn't want to be tortured by. Oh, thanks, James.
What did he say?
He says, I think your computer doesn't want to be tortured by watching Impact Wrestling.
Wait a minute.
Well, that's wrong, buddy. Oh, Patrick Rowe, $1. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, for abuse that we're going through right now. This is. Myself up to disaster right now. We should call this the follies of Boston wrestling. How three grown men could not find one page.
Oh, really, Patrick Rowe? I don't think so, buddy. I think you're wrong on that, Patrick.
What did he say?
I was talking about Dan Brazilian. Totally wrong about that.
Did you try to do it on your phone?
This guy, Patrick Rowe, is weird. He's saying all wacky crap. I don't like it.
Little Cena, did you try it on your phone?
I'm trying right now, boss. Again, no, it's not coming up.
Can you get? But do other websites work?
Yes, I have one. That's what I was saying. I could give it to you.
Oh! I didn't. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. I'm just gonna take a picture and send it to you. I'm just gonna send you the picture of it.
You know, I put a lot of goodwill into the world this I put up with a lot of bullshit.
I know, right?
You think I could at least get the pay-per-view that he subscribes to on?
All right, I just sent it to you. It's sending now. All right, we got Caleb with the K and Tennille Dashwood coming down. You guys remember Tennille?
You can actually see it.
Yeah, I told you
Why
that's.
don't you start play-by-play, and I'll
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching that, and I got. How many screens can I have?
questions can wait. We gotta get to them.
Who's a half and half? I don't know. This guy Patrick's weird, man. He keeps on saying all this weird crap.
Usually Sarko is who they call half and half.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
That means like some of the preferred.
No, but then he said Biden smells Sean's hair and all wacky stuff. I don't know what's going on. Yes, it was, Emma. Hey, did you guys see Cody no-sell Shaq's powerbomb? And did you see Shaq leave the ambulance right in front of the fans when he was supposed to be injured? Yeah, I actually did see all that.
What do you guys think of Shaq?
Yeah, what did you guys think of Shaq?
I'm gonna guess that wasn't the screen to do that.
Nope.
This is like a joke. No pun intended with Jack in the other one. This is like a joke.
Let me, you get on screen. I'll do it. Let me do it.
You know, all right.
Because I know what I'm doing. Let me do it. You sit over here.
Thank you.
Because you're having a lot of trouble. So let me switch with you real quick and I'll do it for you.
I just want to get rid of all this.
Yeah, get rid of that. I know what to do. I like Nevaeh. Very beautiful woman.
She's a Boston area woman.
Yeah, very beautiful.
The fans did not know that. She continued here in Boston wrestling.
Boston wrestling. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we'll see her again. Who knows?
That would be
All right.
great.
Hot day.
All right, I'm going to go in.
Is my mic on?
I don't know. Of course not. So they could only hear you from a distance. All right, I'm going to get
I need my chair.
All right.
Much better. Oh, there goes the fucking pillow. I tell you,
All
folks, I
right.
can't even have the pillow. All right, guys. Sorry about this. Hopefully, your Impact sacrifice experience is better than ours, as we tried to sacrifice a Saturday night to talk shop with you about the king of sports professional wrestling. I guarantee you, if you head on over to patreon.com/Boston Wrestling, you won't have the problems that we're having trying to get to the proud Impact Plus subscriber, Mr. Carter, otherwise known as Little Cena. Jackie the Joke Man has left the control room again. I don't know who he's after now. Oh, because there was no camera on me. It's not, you haven't switched it yet, and I'm waving to the camera.
Voila!
Oh, wait, just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We are LIVE Live. Who is that looks like Nyla Rose?
That's Kayla. Oh, Havoc.
Havoc. Well, she looks like she could create some havoc. Jackie,
Nice.
could you cut to the individual shot of Mr. Carter for just a moment? I need to slither away from my pillow.
Digging the razor already? Yeah, man, right? It's dope. Chalkline Official, man, has the dopest stuff. I love them.
We don't have the audio.
Wait, you don't have my audio?
No, we didn't have audio for the show. All right. I'll be back in my seat in just a moment. Wink, wink.
Make sure. Let's see what we got. All right, guys. Now I can start. Yeah, we got it working. Now I can read your questions and stuff and anything that you have to say. We're trying to get it all done, get it caught up. Now I'll be able to keep up with you guys. How come he says the stream is still choppy for me? I don't know why, because we got a beautiful, clear picture here. But we'll check it out.
On the bottom of your screen, I'm not going to describe it right, but it almost looks like a little wheel. I think if you click that, it gives you the option for 360, 480, 720, 1040, whatever the different numbers may be. Is there anyone other than Hakami having the problem that Hakami's describing?
So Fox Guy 67 says everything is out of focus for me. Oh, do we look good on the camera? Yeah, actually we do, because I can see us. We look fine. It's just weird. Yeah, we look fine. I don't know what's going on, folks. Maybe it's around it because it is windy outside. I don't know. Maybe that's the signal, but we're trying our best. Thank you for holding on with us while we really got it. Do we need to focus on Dan real? Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Brian. I look like Robert Roode. That's funny.
Who said that? Brian
He goes,
Duffy?
Dan, why didn't you say you were going to have Robert Roode in studio? Hey.
Brian D.
Yeah. Dennis McCown says, hello, everyone at Boston Wrestling. What's going on, man?
Hey, Dennis, how are you tonight, brother? How do we look to you?
Yeah, keep on letting us know that, too.
Everybody, if you could just chime in and let us know two people that have a bad image. If it's everybody that has a bad image, I don't want to risk rebooting because God only knows the havoc that'll cause. No pun intended, considering there's one of the lovely Impact Wrestling women's havoc. Jackie insists that it is fine.
All right, so here we go.
The Joke Man has been a trusted assassin for many moons here.
Rick
at
B
MWF
says the
Studios.
video quality seems to go in and out at times, but not bad though.
Huh.
Scott First says this is more entertaining than Impact. Shut up from the UK. Thanks, buddy. The beard makes you look like Bobby. Thanks, Will. You look a little choppy to me, Dan. That's Minister Brandon. Still a little fuzzy. Original Pen. Dave, ask Dan if he remembers going to any indie event with a battle royal and a cage. That's Brian D wants to know.
No.
Thanks, Rick, for the beard comment. I appreciate that. Fox Guy says frozen screen. Patrick Rowe. This guy's weird, man. He's just saying all this crap.
Well, you don't have to read everything.
I'm
going to check something real. Jackie, don't hit me, brother.
The feed is perfect. Yeah, all right, Jonathan. That's cool, man. Thank you for letting us know. Tate, the fans will come back to the arena. Fans. So I think we'll keep on going and going, getting our way up there. Hopefully by the wintertime, we'll get to almost full capacity. Oh, I think did you just shut it all off? I have snot in my beard. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know. Someone said I had snot in my beard. I didn't think I did. I don't know if they're just being little funny guys or something.
It seems like it's different for everybody because there are people who say now it's better.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good on my computer.
In the computer, in the control room, it looks exactly how they described it. I'm going to go look on my computer in the other room. I'll be right back. Oh, God.
Do we look better now? Okay, it's looking a bit more focused. All right, cool. Thanks, Hakami. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? Dan's right now going to check something on his computer. Oh, look at this. To nail one with Caleb with the K. I like Nevea, though. All right. Oh, live feed has been interrupted. Uh-oh. It's better, but still kind of jiggity. All right, we're working on it, guys. We're doing the best we can. Thank you for staying with us. And we're trying the best we can right now. Oh, the urn's shaking. Yeah, dude, it's all right. It's a lot better than before. Oh, look at this. We got a little backstage stuff with Eddie Edwards and Rich Swann. You know what? I got to get up for 1 second. I see a problem too right now. Give me 1 second. We had a problem. Okay, now we're good, guys. All right. Sorry about this. Just trying to get this ready. All right, we're good. I had to fix that feed. Jesus. It's a little crazy today, guys. Problem during a good, I mean, you guys seem like you don't really mind, so it's all right. Thank you for dealing with it. Let's see. What do we got here? Let me see. All right. Thanks, Dennis, for standing by. Richard, me too, Hakami. I do want to see that match. That's going to be good. I want to see where they're going to go with that. Right. What else we got? All right, guys. Well, are we looking better? What's up? Oh, they're showing some throwback stuff right now. There's Raw. Oh, James Storm. I like this. Little old school Impact stuff going on. What do you guys think of the team of Chris Sabin and James Storm?
Here I come.
Oh, here he comes. Dan's back in action, guys.
I'll be back.
Thank you, Minister. Glad we know that it's better.
Just keep it on that wide. The shot of Mr. Carter as we break down this show. Folks, I'm sorry that it looks so lousy. Hopefully it's not unwatchable to you. VBD. Who the fuck is that?
Violent by Design. It's Joe Diener, Joe Doring, Diener, and Eric Young. Sorry.
So Eric Young is part of this faction?
Yes, another one. They love him with the factions. You know that.
They don't give up on him.
That guy, Joe Doring, man, he looks like an old school throwback, though. You'll see what I mean when he comes out.
Who's that? The one to the left?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a hell of a, I don't know, what is that, a coat or a fur coat?
Yeah, it looked like a fur coat, right? Right, now we're back, guy. Minister Brand.
Dave Penza leave the table.
Jerry May says Dan is the best.
Thank you, Jerry. Checks in the mail.
Minister Brand says I'm older than Dan, so I call that old school.
Right on, buddy. I hope you're doing well tonight. Brandon, where are you? Michigan?
How come me? I forgot Eric was Impact. I bet a lot of people did. I bet Dan did. So with this match, we're going to get Chris Sabin and James Storm tagging against them. What do you guys think of that?
Unique tag team, yeah. I think.
Brandon says Tennessee now. He's from Michigan.
Well, see, I get half of it right, Brandon.
No, I didn't see it, J-Dog. Sorry. We were so slow behind. I probably missed it. If you want to send it again, buddy.
What did we miss?
He asked if I seen his AEW question, but when I was doing the live trying to check if it was here, I didn't obviously see it. I'm not going back through all of them. Oh, there they come. I miss Alex Shelley, though. I wish he was still here. But it's all right. Oh, Jerry May, $2. Dan, call Marty. Want his thoughts.
Call Marty.
It's a
Oh,
Jerry.
dear God. You know what? Let me get myself situated in the chair. Maybe we'll call Marty. I got to get a drink. I miss Don the Barber, brother. That feast that he sent here was unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
All right, joke man, you can cut to the middle now that I'm back. I feel like I walked 6 miles to get from the control room back to the studio.
Everybody wants to party with Marty. Oh, okay, Minister Brand, should AEW have a show on free TV or Pluto TV?
On all their shows on free TV?
I don't know. That's what he's asking. I have no idea what he's asking.
Do you mean like a pay-per-view? All right, we're going to call Marty real quick.
Uh-oh, guys. Look at this. Where else do you get something like this? Yes, Don the Barber. Thumbs up.
Don the Barber!
No. Rick,
no,
Rick B said Don the Barber and gave him thumbs up, and I'm agreeing with them.
Rick B! You know, with us, you get legitimate shout-outs because I just don't say it. I actually yell your name.
I'm drinking Zero by Ignite. It's a Dan Blazarian energy drink. He's drinking a Monster Energy.
All right, let's see. Let's see what Marty's doing, what trouble he's getting himself into.
Okay, I see now what he's asking us.
So we have this tremendous tag team action going on here on Impact Sacrifice.
J. Doug wants to know, my question was, did you see Cody no-sell Shaq powerbomb and Shaq leaving the ambulance in front of fans when he was supposed to be injured? No, I did not see that part. I did see the Cody no-sell the powerbomb, but I didn't see the other part that you're talking about.
At the tone, please record your message. When you finish
He's leaving him a
recording,
voicemail,
hang up
guys.
Or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Frederick, how are you, buddy? Right now we are doing a live Impact Wrestling kind of pay-per-view sacrifice watch along. The fans wanted us to call and say hello, see how you were, see how your ankle's feeling and all that jazz. I know we kind of were sending messages back and forth this week, but we really didn't connect. Give us a shout back. We'll be probably doing this, I don't know, till 10 or 11. I've been at the studio since 10 a.m., so it's been a long day. Hope you are moving around better. Bye. Sorry.
Brian D says, wonder how long the new AEW show will be with the 20-plus matches.
I think what they're going to do is chop the one they have now in half.
Yeah. Dennis McCown wants to know, how was your vacation? Hope you got some rest.
No, you know, the thing with anytime I have to leave this studio is I get all amped up and stressed out before I have to go because I have to pre-produce all the content to be ready while I'm gone. Then when I'm gone, there's still work that has to be done because I still have to monitor everything. It wasn't a complete vacation that I was even on down in Florida. I had to interact with some wrestling folk. The time we had at Universal Studios was a lot of fun. The time we had at the hotel, unwinding a little bit. I enjoyed that at the pool. They had a lazy river at the Universal Studios hotel we stayed at, which was nice. I taught the kid a card game, and we watched SmackDown on DVR when we were doing that. So there were some memorable things, but again, the explosion I had in my world from last Saturday night around midnight through about 9 p.m. yesterday has been one of the worst weeks of my life. As a matter of fact, I have to text David Reesbeck. But I was happy to go away. I got along with Linda, which is about as rare as someone saying I took a vacation to the moon. So, it could have been worse as far as that goes. I'm looking forward to Tampa. I'm looking forward to Wrestle House and all of the great legends we're going to bring to the house to bring to you live in live episodes and cyber autograph signings and interviews we're going to take. We can't call them studio shit interviews because there isn't going to be a television studio in this home, but we got a lot of fun stuff planned in Tampa. You guys can help the cause with Patreon, eBay, the Super Chat, all happen, baby, because the more you help us, the more superstars we can bring in, bring great content, help keep them working.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you it'll at least be as interesting as Sacrifice. Because if we can't hit Sacrifice interest levels, if you guys like 80s and 90s type wrestling stories, shoot Shoot us. We're done. Forget it. But you know what? I need to text our good friend, the Doctor of Desire, David
Wow.
Reese.
James Storm. Athletic there.
All right, let's.
But look at, see, that's Joe Doring. Doesn't he look like more like an old school guy?
Joe Doring, the one that's in the ring right now?
No, you just
His
missed him.
partner?
You looked up. Listen. Nikki wants to know, how is the weather in Boston? Beautiful beer. It's nice, but it's cold. It got real cold. It was nice probably Wednesday and Thursday of the week. It was really good. Even Friday was nice too, but then the cold just came in again. So hopefully we're on the brinks of spring, so hopefully it'll be warmer here soon.
You're like the Dick Albert of Boston wrestling sports.
What?
You're like the Dick Albert of Boston wrestling sports.
Sure. All right.
You have no idea who that is. I'm ashamed of you. I guess you didn't watch the news.
No, I don't watch the news. It's all bad news. But let's see here. What do we got? Marty and Dan together is pure gold. That's what Jerry May said.
Did you enjoy this week's episode about WrestleMania 5, Jerry? Did you get a chance to see it yet?
Nikki wants to know, hey, Dan, when do you think Marty will get through 1989?
2089.
Rick B, where's the rest of the crew tonight?
Who is the rest of the crew,
Yeah, I
Rick
know.
B?
Rick, I'm curious.
Who are we missing? Glantz is up in Maine right now. I had a chance to text with Glantz. Glantz is trying to line up a guest for the studio as we speak.
Let's see. Mr. Butakwa says, can you do a special show?
Who would you like us to talk about?
Jerry May. Yep, just watch Rockers vs. Boss Man and Akeem.
You watched the talk show about it, or you watched the match, or both?
J Dog wants to know, too many small wrestlers today. How could a guy like Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles go on the Tonight Show as a wrestling champion? They would be laughed off the stage.
Very good. Very valid point. All right. As I ignore you folks to send text messages around the country to wrestling people. But again, we got a lot going on with the Wrestle House in Tampa.
Yes,
we still
sir.
have to actually book the house, which Dave and I need to talk about tonight because I keep forgetting to when we do our review podcast style. But as far as the crew tonight, we got Jackie the Joke Man with us, running the ship. He does an excellent job. I've known Jackie now, how long? Geez, Jackie, at least what, 4 or 5 years, I'd say? 5. All right, he really
wow.
narrowed it down.
He's good.
Good man.
Jerry says both.
Now I forget the question.
About the Hakeem and Big Boss Man.
Oh, he watched both that
Yeah.
talk show and then the match. Okay. Did you like the match at WrestleMania 5? I thought the Rockers did a really good job getting them ready for their run with Demolition for the tag titles that spring and summer.
Jerry May, $2. Dan,
Jay!
any stories of Pete Doherty?
We had Pete here in the studio. Not to get a cheap plug in, but if you head on over to patreon.com/Boston Wrestling, you can enjoy the entire Duke of Dorchester Pete Doherty studio shoot interview DVD. The Duke of those, for those of you that may not know who that is, he was a legendary undercard guy that would compete primarily in the Northeast. He really wasn't on the road all that much due to he worked a real life job during the day, and he'd work Northeast live events for WWF and even the WWF at night. Fun fact, he was actually on the very first NBC Saturday Night's Main Event, Mother's Day weekend in 1985. He wrestled JYD, if I didn't just say that a minute ago. He also did commentary when WWF took over the Houston territory from Paul Bosch. It was the dream team of a very young Bruce Pritchard, Mike McGurk, who was female, the daughter of Oklahoma promoter Leroy McGurk, who was blind, and Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. If you go back and watch some primetime wrestlings from 87 into 88, the Duke of Dorchester's doing a little bit of the commentary.
Nice.
He did it for Houston. He also did the Boston Garden House shows on Nesson after he'd wrestle and usually lose early. He had a main event run under a hood is the Golden Terror back in the late 70s, before I was even born. I think he was managed by Lou Albano, but his accent kind of gave away who was under the hood. So I believe they switched the gimmick off to someone else. Maybe some fans that are a little older than Dan Mirade may remember the 70s better than I. But that's how the Duke explained it. But a hell of a nice guy. I had tried to get him back into the studio, but unfortunately, he had suffered some serious health issues.
Huh.
But never say never.
Fox Guy 67. Pete Doherty always kicked off the festivities in Providence. He was perfect in the role as the crowd filed. Then you didn't miss much. Alonzo Picardo says, seen old Tully Blanchard wrestling on all elderly wrestling, and he slammed the tiniest guy, usually small guy like Rey Mysterio, and Tully himself is barely 5'8".
Alonzo, I'm glad you're with us, my friend. Welcome as always.
Yes, sir.
Are you watching Impact? Are you
Nikki
guys
says,
just watching us, or is there anybody watching this pay-per-view?
Huh.
We could just lie. Chris Sabin is one hell of a talent. Great guy. One of my favorites that we've ever had here.
I love the machine guns.
We actually had Chris Sabin wrestle Bobby Fish of NXT in Boston Wrestling MWF many moons ago, right down the street at Memorial Hall. This is turning into mayhem. I'm not quite sure who's who.
Johnny Fiction. No. And I'm also an affirmative action dater, Dave. I don't know what that means.
I think I know what he means.
I don't.
I think he's also a connoisseur of the chocolate.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you like it as much as him, though.
Thanks for the $5, buddy.
Who is this now?
Johnny Friction. He read the.
Oh, really?
That was the question.
About your love of chocolate. Now,
Tiny
Rhino
the Terrible would be
looks very tanned, if nothing else.
Nikki says Genius versus Hogan was great.
On Saturday night's main event?
J-Dog says the Duke should be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Zeus should be in the Hall of Fame, he also said.
Celebrity wing.
Brian Walsh was a jobber from Rhode Island.
Remember the name. Kind of remember the face. Did he have kind of long,
what the hell?
Reddish hair? Maybe down to his shoulders? Am I thinking of the right guy? Brian Walsh? I'll say this, Rhino really doesn't age.
No, right? He looks good still. It's awesome. Good guy. He lives on a boat.
He lives on a boat?
Yeah, I heard an Instagram,
Really?
podcast. Let's go, a video with him, and he was talking about it. Oh, look at this. You got your buddy Brian Myers. And
is that Hernandez of LAX?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's going to add a lot.
Let's see here. What do we got?
You always have to have the interviewer with some cleavage to add
Fox
to the...
guy likes Cafe Olay. I don't know what that means, buddy. I don't know. Way over my head. Oh, sorry, Johnny. He lost his connection, it said.
Who did?
Johnny Paycheck.
Johnny, we apologize. Hopefully you are reconnected, which I'm going to guess you are if you were able to send that message.
Dennis says, I can't watch current product. I get my wrestling here. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? We're good for something in life, right? There's a lot of people that just want to hear the stories and watch-alongs from the 80s and 90s.
I love reading these questions. They're fun, guys.
I think Impact needs to have some people in the vicinity of the ring.
What about watching Ring of Honor events, like their pay-per-views?
Do you have access to those?
Oh, yeah, of course.
When is the next one of those?
April.
April? Jesus.
Yeah, it's the 19th anniversary. I want to say, I think it's April 19th or 17th, something like that.
So the weekend after Mania.
Yeah, EC3 is what he called there now.
If the fans want us to do it and you want to do it, I'll book it on the calendar before we leave tonight.
Oh, Cafe Olay is women of color. I love everybody. Don't let Dan fool you.
No.
Don't let him fool you. It's coming from my mouth, the horse's mouth.
Well, we've seen what's going in your mouth. It's one color.
Come on.
Chocolate. And
I love everybody, man.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just a good guy.
When he was young and he used to watch the reruns, he was a big fan of the Willises from the other
too much
from the Jeffersons. For any
Yeah, unbelievable. Don't listen to stuff this guy says. He's just joking right now. Please.
No, that's Jackie. He was
Jerry
a big
May
fan
says
of
Marty.
the Willises.
Jerry May says Marty Jannetty is all I need. All right, buddy.
Well, Thursday night at 10, baby.
Yes, sir.
Party with Marty. We have on Patreon, we have a special Patreon exclusive episode where Marty discusses his ankle reconstructive surgery that's on there now. And we have another bonus Marty episode coming to Patreon. It was a watch along that Joey requested. I don't even remember the matches now. My God. No, it was the Rockers against the Powers of Pain from Madison Square Garden. And then the Rockers against the new Dream Team from a Superstars or a Challenge TV taping. It was from the WWF Super Tape 2 video. And Marty and I watched the actual matches, and we're going to have that on Patreon really soon for you guys to enjoy. So stay tuned for that. Joey is one of the top fans here in Boston Wrestling. He's with us almost on every premiere. So you know what? If Joey requested it, how could we say no?
Are you ready for the Hold Harmless match?
Who is in that one again?
It's Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards.
Oh, that has potential to be good.
I mean, they added a name to it, so I guess it'd be cool. Oh, good you're back, Johnny Paycheck. Glad you can see us again.
Now, why is this hold harmless again?
It's just no DQ, no countouts, and no anything goes.
But wasn't there a reason for it that the promotion? I think when you sent me that link, I watched a little.
Because they signed a contract. He signed a contract this time that he couldn't get out of it because Brian wasn't wanting to wrestle anymore. But then he's like, "Oh, great, I can't get hurt," and he didn't know what no harmless meant. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I mean?
What happened to his eye?
He's just been wearing it.
So he's
like part of his like thing.
Right.
Well, he did what he called get hit in it, but he's been milk. You know how D'Lo wore the chest protector for so long? That's pretty much what he's doing.
There he is, former Millennium Wrestling Federation television champion, diehard Eddie Edwards, or is he just Eddie Edwards here?
Yeah, Eddie Edwards. Just Eddie Edwards now.
One hell of an athlete. Eddie is one of my all-time favorites that we've had here in this company. He debuted with us.
Yep.
Forget about his green tights. He had green hair back in October of 2002. The first MWF TV champion, he defeated Gerald Clark of former TNA Impact fame back in 2005. And I guess it seems like he's kind of turned into a brawler here in Impact.
Yeah, more like a hardcore
He's not
style.
in the physical condition he once was.
When he was with the Wolves, he was good there.
He was the Impact Wrestling champion, was he not?
Yeah. They'd be moving up, meaning like I'm with every kind of...
No. I think he's Fox to the Jefferson. Are you moving on up, moving on?
Oh, you brought that up?
The Willises.
Yeah, you're unbelievable.
Dave Willis.
J-Dog says, I come here because today's wrestling, we love the old stories. That's awesome, man. Glad you're here.
I'm going to guess he's not watching Sacrifice, man.
Dennis says, female wrestling is okay, but they are shoving it down our throats. Kurt Fox, I missed your show in Boston. I wanted to see Brian Pillman Jr., but I got to watch it on BWF. Thank you.
What's BWF?
I think he means MWF. J-Dog, I wish LOD were here to work the Young Bucks. I bet LOD would beat the hell out of the Young Bucks and shoot them on them.
That would be quite the mismatch.
Yes, absolutely.
Gee, I got to say, and I don't watch Impact regularly, but I'm really disappointed with Eddie's presentation. What happened to my Eddie Edwards? He was in peak physical condition. Now he's a T-shirt guy.
Now he's married.
Well, and even the tights are kind of awkward looking.
Yep. What happens?
No boots. He's got sneakers on. Didn't he have some kind of a rivalry with Tommy Dreamer
Yeah.
Is that what?
But that was more.
This?
Yeah. No. Well, that's part of it. But he's been going this route for a while now.
I don't like it.
Because he's been with, remember Sammy Callahan? Well, no, because you don't watch Impact. He was feuding with him for a while.
I remember when he got hit in the face with the baseball
Yeah,
bat,
ever since then, he's been just going.
he's been out of shape. Okay.
Well, I don't want to say all that because I'm friends with his, what do you call it?
Well, I mean, I think the world of Eddie, but look at him.
What do we have? Jesus. Dan, look where you started. Dennis McGowan. Florence was sexy on the Jeffersons. What is with you, man?
Dave Willis.
You can't even
Oh,
stop
I
laughing.
love it. I love it. Dave Willis.
I don't.
Do you have any idea what the Jeffersons even is?
Of course I do.
Do you remember the Willises? Mr. Willis is a
No, I
child.
wasn't. Come on. None of this. Cut this shit. Jesus.
I'm enjoying old Jeffersons references
I know.
more than the paper.
Here we go. Here we go.
What do we got?
We got Rick B, $5. Dan, can you tell us the story of how you got into the wrestling business working for Tony Rumble?
Yeah, it was simple. It was at this TV studio when it was down the street about a couple of blocks. Tony Rumble came down to promote a fundraising event he had coming up with, believe it or not, the Iron Sheik and Tony Atlas as two of the headliners. Tony was blown away by the quality of the equipment we had and the studio we had. So he said, why don't you guys come and tape the event? So we did. In the olden days before equipment was not as portable as it is now to be polite, we would break down the entire control room. We'd pack it into the studio van. We would drive to the venue. We would unpack it out of the van, set it up in the venue, tape the event. Then when it was over, break all the equipment down, put it back into the van, drive it back to the studio. We'd set it up again, usually on Sunday after the exhausting day we had of taping the events, which is why it was kind of hard to keep help back then. But it was a big 3-camera shoot. We had all the studio equipment we had in the studio at the venue, which is a luxury we don't have nowadays with our live wrestling events. But Tony saw I had a great interest in wrestling outside of video production, like a lot of the. So within probably about 6 months, I would start to do things like ring the bell. I'd run the music, post the lineup sheets, tape them to the wall, and so on and so forth. And it just grew and grew from there. As a 9th grade version of me got to live my dream, you know, being in wrestling locker rooms and being around superstars I had known from TV and had watched live at Boston Garden events. And now I wouldn't exactly have called them a peer when I was in the 9th grade, but as a 13-year-old kid, you know, it was a hell of an experience.
All right. Wheezy was hot. I'll take some.
Did you ever have wet dreams about Wheezy?
No. Yeah,
No.
I'm not that old. Jerry
No,
May.
I'm
I'll take some Jenny from the Jeffersons. Who's Jenny?
Jenny.
You know who he's talking about?
I don't remember Jenny.
Me either.
I remember there was Wheezy. There was Mrs. Willis. There was the maid.
Jesus.
Now, out of those three, which one would you want?
I don't even know what they
Wheezy,
look
the
like. I just
maid?
know the show when you ask. I know the name. I don't know.
Did you know that you're Mr. Willis?
No.
No.
Brian D says, I miss helping out at local wrestling events. Yeah, man.
Well, Brian,
I can't
where the
wait till
hell
we
you
can
go?
start.
For
Can't wait
Christ's
till we
sake.
start.
He's busy with Choo Choo. Do you know Choo Choo Charlie?
No.
Otherwise known as Arcidi?
No idea.
Charles A. Duffy? I believe now up in Maine.
I'm done.
What happened now? What do we
No,
got?
I'm done with your question. I don't know any of these people.
Do you know
Jerry May.
Willis's, Jackie
Jenny-
the Joke Man? Have you ever heard of
Dude,
the
you got
Willises?
everybody talking about this show instead of the wrestling. Let's talk wrestling, guys. Come on. Give Dan some more questions. Ask me whatever the
If
question.
you're interested, just Google the show The Jeffersons and see what it says about the Willises.
All right.
It's like Dave's autobiography.
Brian D says, I live in Medford. Dan, he lives in Maine.
That's all right. Tell him to get his ass down here. Choo choo. But you know what? You're being called out, Choo Choo Duffy. Get on the train. We know what you like to do at the caboose. Get your ass down to Boston. We're waiting for you, brother. Brian, send him a video clip of this. We miss you. We love you. Get down here.
You heard it
I
here.
don't think Choo Choo ever wanted to be a Willis, though.
I don't know. F. Mary Kill. Alice from Brady's, Miss Garrett, or June Cleaver.
Who was the second one?
Mrs. Garrett. June.
She looks like that fucking bitch down that runs Memorial Hall.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what
like
any of
Mrs. You're talking about the old woman from the Facts of Life? Mrs. G?
Dennis, that's
that's
you.
all I can think of now. Alice from oh my God, talk about three picks. I'd probably have to go with June compared to the other two. I don't think Alice ever took off that one dress.
Johnny Friction. What's the Terry Reynolds heat about, Dan?
Too long of a story, and I don't want to get in a bad. That woman, if the world ever turned into one of those Walking Dead types of things, I'd try and get Michonne's sword, and I'd get down to Florida. Now, I don't mean that violence towards a woman, but she's just a low-life scumbag.
Question for both of you from Brian D. What was the worst match you've seen in person? Oh, man. I mean,
that covers a lot of territory.
I know, right?
The worst match I ever saw in person, I mean, between Independence and WWF and WWE and all these other promotions, how do you pick a worst match?
That's what I'm saying. I can't. I'm just gonna say there's been a bunch. Buddy.
I'll say the most disappointing one to me would have been the main event at WrestleMania 12. I was so bored with that match that so many people think is a classic. It was 45 minutes of rest holds. I never got into it. I remember a sports section from the Boston Globe for the majority of the match. I don't know. We had ever discussed that?
No.
What did you think of it?
No, we've never discussed it.
But what do you think of it?
Of what?
The main event from WrestleMania 12.
Oh, I mean, the 60-man Iron Man match. I back then I thought it was awesome because I was but I was young. You know, I'm younger than you, so like I was young, so I thought it was good because that's Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. I thought it was good, but now going back and thinking as like the fan I am now, and what I know, I think it wasn't done the right way. It should have just been over when it was over. You know what I mean? Instead of having him come back out and things like that.
I think they would have done themselves justice if they just decided to book a long match.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. Instead of doing the overtime and stuff.
On it because you knew it was going to go 60 minutes. So that gave you a lot of time to, I don't think too many people would change the channel, but get up and go have a sandwich. If you're at the arena, fans before, get up, go take the bathroom, get a popcorn or something.
Yeah.
They did Flair and Bret Hart in Boston in January of 93, and it was the same thing. It was just a major letdown.
Alonzo, $10.
Hey, Alonzo, how you doing, brother?
He goes, keep up the great work, guys. Try to get Asuka on as a guest. I would be right there sitting on the studio floor. I'd pay for you to get her on the show.
Asuka?
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to get her right now. Hold on a second. Switch the camera to Dave, if you could, joke man. All right, Asuka, Raw Women's Champion right now. We are less than 4 weeks away to the big one. WrestleMania 37 in Tampa. Do you have any particular choices, candidates that you'd like to defend the championship against Asuka? Really? All right. Well, I guess that's one possibility. Charlotte Flair ended your undefeated streak at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, and she's campaigning for a match in Tampa against you. Any thoughts of a potential title defense against Charlotte at this year's WrestleMania? All right, wrestling fans, for more on our interview with Asuka, stay tuned for next week's Wrestling Insiders. Now back to our Sacrifice pay-per-view watch-along.
Jesus.
That was a tremendous interview.
What do you think of that, Alonzo? That's pretty much how it would go. That's why he was saying that, buddy. But thank you very much for the $10. We appreciate
Alonzo.
it.
You're a hell of a guy.
Brian D said the hardcore evening gown match at King of the Ring in Boston was pretty bad.
I had no expectations for that to be any
That's
good.
why
But
I
he's
can't
right. That was atrocious and an embarrassment.
I'm trying to think what was the worst for me. I'm going to tell you. Oh, Rick B, $1.99. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, you know what? The monster's on you, brother, and I'm feeling like a monster after the week I had. Salute.
Alonzo said he would translate if you brought her on. That's it. One.
Do you speak Japanese, Alonzo? Brian D., if you're still watching, has Choo Choo ever made love to a Japanese woman?
Uh-oh.
Who was this? So this is Hernandez now.
I was just going to say, you don't know who that is?
I only saw it from the wide shot. I didn't know that this was a little faction.
Thanks, Will Rally, Sport Rally. Cool, funny, good stuff. Love your streams from UK. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, how are things going in the UK, brother? Who's that? Zack Ryder? Yep.
Yeah, yep. He was just the ref this past week.
I mean, talk about exposing someone's size. He looks like a monster.
Right?
And he's not a big guy. Jesus Christ.
He got in big time shape.
Dixie Carter wanted to push Hernandez to the moon and back, and it never worked out that way. And now poor Eddie
Kurt
is about
Fox
the
says, I
size
love
of the
watching all
moon."
the new contact guys. Keep up the great work. It lifts the heart to stand around the fire, and here's the story of the true wrestling.
Well, wait until WrestleHouse WrestleMania week, brother.
Dennis McCown, Dan, would you humble Terry Reynolds?
No, I don't want a disease.
No, I'm not a Laker fan, man. I even have the Celtics. If you can zoom in real quick, buddy, put it on me. Celtics tatted on me. I'm not a Lakers fan. Not at all. But
Strange teams, but you're a Celtics fan.
yes, love my Celtics.
Now, do you think that's an error on Eddie's ass where it says ZNA instead of TNA?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't
I didn't
know.
even notice it.
Well,
I was trying
neither
to.
did he, apparently. I don't know why Eddie let himself go.
Brian D says, but I also remember going to Lobster Man's show. The entire card was a cage match.
I don't think I saw that one, Brian. But has Choo Choo ever made love to a Japanese woman?
Lonzo says, no, I'm Puerto Rican. Oddly enough, I look Asian, so she'll feel comfy. I'll fake translate.
All right. Well, I did a fake imitation, so there you go.
Brian D says, no clue.
No, well, call him and ask him.
Faraz says, Dan, interview The Undertaker. He would love to, believe me.
Oh,
if
you
he
kidding
could,
me? Of all the people out there, I would like to
that'd
interview.
be the number one, right?
Probably, other than probably Vince, yeah, probably Undertaker.
What about Stone Cold though?
If I got to choose between the two, it would be tough because I consider Austin to be the biggest star in the history of the industry.
That's why I said that.
But just because of the Paul Bear Italian, I'd have to. And if you guys want to donate close to six figures, I bet Undertaker would do it. Because he will do some rare personal appearances.
Yep.
Again, close to six figures, but if you guys want to
I'll
help
do
make it happen, I'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we'd get the Paul Bear a discount and get it down to just under six. I don't know. But
yes,
I mean,
definitely Faraz. An interview with Vince from Dan would be very interesting because he would ask him the right questions. J-Dog wants to know, do you think Impact guys make a decent salary or do you think they have a 9-to-5 as well?
What's on this TV screen right now? There are a select few that have some WWE fame or some clout that, are probably up there in the six figures. But I do know there are a lot of guys on this roster right now that have, jobs outside of Impact Wrestling. They have to. And that same could be said for Ring of Honor. And, even in AEW, there are some guys that are under a full-time contract.
Oh, that would actually be cool. J-Dog says, Dan, can you get Sid in the studio? I would actually.
Yes.
Like
that. The cat? Is it the cat? The cat.
Oh, Dan. Jerry May, let's do a Jefferson's watch along. What are you doing, buddy?
That'd be like
Don the Barber, $14.99.
Don the Barber, you rule, brother. But
Bottle
as far
Kids.
as that Jefferson,
Yes. See, Down the Barber knows what's up. That makes me happy right there. Bottle Kids. Did you watch the Trailer Park Boys yet?
I have not.
So he doesn't get the reference, Don.
But it would be like porn for him to watch the Jeffersons.
J-Dog, you're totally wrong. Sorry, Dan. Hulk was bigger than Austin. You're totally wrong.
Well, you know what? There's two ways to look at it. Hogan was the bigger mainstream star.
Right, but the money.
Without a shadow of a doubt. But when it comes to attendance,
right,
television ratings, merchandising, Austin blew him away.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I was there for it. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. As far as what Hogan did for that company to take it from a regional territory to go national, no, Austin didn't do that. The company was in a different stratosphere when Austin came in. Austin helped resuscitate a company that was in bad when he got hot.
There we go. Kiera. I love Kiera.
All right, he's going to have to take...
she likes only women. But I love Jordan Grace,
What about Jazz?
No, Jordan Grace, though. Man, I love Jordan Grace.
Oh, he's going to have to take off that Razor Ramon hoodie and put it over his pants. He's getting excited to see Jazz.
Take it easy. Come on,
right,
man.
well,
I'm just saying, she's a beautiful woman.
You like Jazz?
No. Jordan Grace. Hello.
Jordan is kind of the thicker of the...
Yes, Rick Beats. Trailer Park Boys is funny stuff, man. Have you guys been watching Jail on the SwearNet app? Let me know.
Do you watch Jail, Jackie?
The stream is
He has no opinion. He's just sitting there in his brown coat.
I think he fell asleep.
Jackie, are you alive? Do we need to send him?
Oh, the stream's bad
he in
again,
there?
Fox Guy? You got to let us know. If the stream's bad, let us know, guys, because Fox Guy just said it was.
Jackie!
F is for Family is funny, too. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Or maybe
I like
Jackie
that show.
went to the bathroom. I don't know. I see his brown, either that or he's dead. I see in the corner of the brown jacket.
Is he still there?
I can't see Jack. Oh, no, I don't see a head. So either he slumped over on the floor dead or he went to the men's room. We'll give him a few
Jackie on the
minutes.
screen. Jackie, come on down here for a second. They want to see who you are.
Say hi, brother. They know about your jokes. They want to know if you want to make love to Jazz like Dave Willis over here.
Fox Guy's the only guy saying the stream is bad. Is anybody else having a problem with the stream? That's what we need to know. Because Fox Guy's the only letting us know. Nikki wants to know, do you think wrestling will ever get as hot as Bret vs. USA feud?
Wrestling really wasn't that hot at that point. WWF was losing money. As great of a storyline as that was. Great content. It wasn't delivering ratings, and it really wasn't delivering financially, unfortunately. But it was a great feud. That 10-man tag they did at the July 97 In Your House was off the charts.
A classic. Don the Barber, $9.99. What are you?
Don the Barber, you're out of control, brother.
What are you?
I might have to get a pizza because of you, my man.
Another good one.
How have you been? What'd you say?
His question. Well, it's not a question. He's just being funny again. What are you doing using all your book learning words? You don't just use normal people words so we understand you. He's just more referencing to Trailer Park Boys because Ricky. I know you promised you would watch it.
Oh, he is alive. All right.
Hey, Jackie, you got to come down here. They want to see you real quick.
I saw the sleeve of your brown jacket, and I was wondering if you were passed out or dead or slumped over on the floor, or they want you to say hello.
Just say hello to everybody. Here comes Jackie.
He'll probably go on the hard one since
there he is.
The one that's on.
Hey, how's it going?
This is the man whose humor knows no limits. Jackie the Joke Man, brother.
There he is, baby.
He trained in the dojo with Howard Miller, who was the stunt double from Private Parts in '97. All right, Jackie, please. Now keep an eye on things.
Thanks, buddy.
We're still getting some reports. Fox Guy from Connecticut says things are still a little choppy, kind of like Jazz's head.
All right. Everybody else saying the stream is fine. Well, the couple people that said came in.
Well, to be fair to Fox Guy, when I went in there in the control room, it didn't look good to me either. So how does the feed look, Jackie?
Rick B just said buffer sometimes, video quality changes.
It's like you're tasting women.
Enough. Dennis McGowan, would
Fire
you have
and flavor? There you go.
Look at Kara. Beautiful, right? What were we doing? Dennis McCown wants to know, would you ever have Ventura in for an interview?
Huge money, but absolutely. He was nice enough to sign some stuff at what was that thing we went to in New York? Interesting guy. I think he spends half of the year in Mexico with no electricity, kind of off the grid. He's an unusual man, but, nice guy. Former governor. I mean, can you imagine the endless stories that Jesse would have? He's an honest, he's a blunt individual. He's an outspoken individual. He tried to start a union back in 1986 before WrestleMania 2, trying to get the talent to boycott the event, but Hogan found out about it and ran to Vince and put the kibosh on it. So the guys could have been unionized back then.
Thanks,
And
Charlie.
think of how many of our brothers that are dead would still be with us.
Thanks, Charlie.
Charlie, thank you.
He said the sweatshirt is fire. Mine.
Oh, all right.
See?
Fire and flavor.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What do we got here? Hey, Dan, has there ever been a star to have a run as a babyface in heel as Hogan NWO was on fire? J-Dog asked that.
What was the question again?
Hey, Dan, has there ever been a star to have a run as babyface and heel as Hogan NWO was on fire? So basically, has there ever been a run like Hogan when he was in the NWO
When
as
he
a
was
baby
a great success as a baby face for that long and then turn heel?
and had a success?
Nationally, no, not that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, you can Rock turn heel and Austin turn heel, but they were for a very short period of time, and neither one of them was a great success. Flair turned a million times over his career. You could look at some of the great American baby faces, someone like Bruno or an Andre. Andre wouldn't be a bad comparison. Andre did business as a heel in the United States that NWO Hogan would have loved to. You know what? That's maybe the one that would top Hogan is when Andre turned heel. You have to remember, Andre was a babyface virtually from the day he came to America until they turned him heel before WrestleMania 3. And that match between Hogan and Andre on the main event on NBC in February of 1988 did 33 million people. You'd probably need more than a month of Nitros at its peak when Hogan was at his hottest to get 33 million people. So maybe Andre would be a comparison and maybe the only better one I could think of off the top of my head. I know in Japan, someone like Bruno, who is beloved here in the United States, they'd go to Japan and they'd automatically be the heel because they were the foreigner. But that's kind of a different comparison.
A big one.
But I think Andre would top Hogan as far as that goes.
Here we go.
I'm trying to think. How long was Hogan a heel for? 3 years, from 96 to 99.
Johnny Friction, Dave wouldn't mind. Oh, come on,
What?
guy.
You got to hear it.
Dave wouldn't mind making that Sasha versus Nia match a fatal three-way. Sasha? Yeah, Nia, I'm all set. Thank you. Let's see. Kurt Fox says, Dan, could you ask the Nasty Boys about knocking out Ken Shamrock?
If we have the Nasty Boys with us again, I'm sure it'll come up.
You're probably
those interviews have been very well regarded by you guys, especially Jerry Saggs. So for the difficult experience it became with our buddy Sacco from Connecticut, the interview quality, as I thought when we did them, was very good. The Jerry Saggs episodes, Jerry's very well spoken and articulate. Brian had a heck of a day between travel delays, and his health isn't great. He had to get ready at the hotel, so we didn't have as much time with Brian as we did Jerry. But I think there's at least four different Jerry Saggs interviews available now if you haven't seen them all. 2 or 3 with Knobs. So yeah, I'd like to have them both back. Poor Sacco refuses to be around them. It didn't go well.
Unreal. Let's see. Let me find here.
Where we're moving on up.
I'm going to ask you this. You probably won't answer, but Dan, who was your favorite and least favorite guest you had on? The favorite you probably will, but the least, I don't know if you'll answer that part of it. Andrew Miller asked that.
Andrew Miller. Now, Andrew, were you the relief pitcher for the Red Sox?
There you go.
Were you the southpaw? My favorite guest?
Actually, Andrew Moon played for the Tigers, too.
The Sheik is so difficult to say because when you got good Sheik, you'd have more fun than you could possibly imagine. When you had pain in the ass high Sheik, it was difficult. So I'll probably say overall Paul Bearer because we had so much fun, not only on camera, but off camera. Al Snow, loved Al Snow. Demolition were really great. As far as my least favorite, the one that was in the studio that didn't come on camera would be the least favorite. But as far as one that we actually taped, is there anyone that I would consider a least favorite? Yeah, I hate to say it, but probably Vader, because he was just... The thing with Vader is this: good guy, high maintenance, pain in the ass, complained about everything, which was disappointing because I have so much respect for him as a talent. And as a human being, I liked him an awful lot. But just high maintenance, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to think, though. Is there anyone else that I disliked? There's someone else I'm thinking, but I'm interested in having them back. So I don't want to say. But were they more difficult than Leon? No.
Nope.
I'll have to say Vader, and I don't want to say Vader, but he was high maintenance.
Let's see.
Most of the guys, though, I'll say this, we have great fun with. But I mean, even Marty can be a pain in the ass sometimes when he's here. When you have to deal with him for 3 days, some days we're here in the studio taping 8 to 10 hours, he can be a lot with everything that comes along with Marty. There are times I can't wait for Tony to be gone, and I think the world of Tony. I love Tony. But again, when it gets to the point where you feel like you're not doing an interview, but you have to babysit, it gets frustrating. Notice I didn't say either one of them were on my favorites list.
What was your favorite Manitar match?
Mantar?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The ones that didn't air on TV.
There you go. Three-way match.
Remember Mantar?
Yeah. Okay. Three-way matches blow. Dennis McMahon said that. Don the Barber, Cecil punked Sags.
Cecil the Lion hates Jerry Zags.
Yeah, that's it.
Poor Cecil the Lion. Now, this is hilarious. You saw how big Knobs was, at least on video.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He couldn't fit in these chairs. We had to go get him the special chair. When it was over, Socko was so disgusted with the Nasty Boys, he refused to take them back to the hotel. So I had to get them an Uber. Just imagine the joy in my heart at this point after the day we had with the Nasty Boys. So then, the Uber comes, and Knobs couldn't fit in the Uber.
Oh, Jesus.
So I said, this can't get any fucking worse. So we had Gabe Griff Garrison in there, Socko, and Cecil the Lion. I said, I need one of you to help get Knobs into the Uber.
Jeez.
So Cecil roared like the beginning of an MGM movie. He ran outside and he helped shift Knobs into the Uber. Then once Knobs was in the Uber, he goes, I forgot some of my Budweiser in the refrigerator. Can you go get it? Yeah, Brian, I'll be right back. And Cecil dashed in. He got some of the Budweisers that are still in the refrigerator, and he brought some out to Brian to enjoy back in the room. But that Nasty Boys days is one I will never forget. Never forget. The three dynamics of those personalities. I'm talking Jerry, Brian, and Socko. It was combustible.
Oh.
But again, I really liked the interviews and how they came out. And I know the fan response was very good, especially to Jerry's.
What all matters, right?
Well, no, you want to have a peaceful experience.
Right, know what I'm saying? At least they came out good and the fans like, that's what I mean. Yeah, right in. Fox Guy says, Nasty Boys were great. As a bonus, they helped exterminate the Cosby Kids-inspired wardrobe wearing Socko.
Poor Socko. I hope he's not watching this. You guys, I think you're part of the reason why Socko doesn't come anymore. You guys brutalized him. The Nasty Boys brutalized him. I was kind of blunt with him. Marty slowly and gently tried to tell him where he was going wrong. Outside of the auspices of Boston Wrestling, Paul Roma really laid into him. He wants to go to WWE. He just has to realize you have to be able to do it on this level before you can get to that level.
Right on. Dennis McMahon, did Vader smell?
As much as I'd like to have a joke about that, no, he didn't. He had a cold. If you ever see the interview, his voice is kind of raspy.
Yeah, I remember it.
Were you here?
Yeah.
Oh, you met Leon?
Yep.
No, I don't remember him being ripe.
No.
Do you?
No.
No. So I guess it was with Vader, it was a wrestling thing where his gear and his mask wasn't bathed often enough.
Go.
I wish we had him back more. Also, even though it wasn't the most fun, I would have loved to have had him back.
J Dog Dan, I was always interested in the Ultimate Warrior versus Undertaker feud. They did some great stuff, and I thought the Warrior played the role of a baby face being afraid of the dark side was great. What happened?
The Warrior tried holding the company up for money.
Oh,
I don't know how else to explain it. That's pretty much why it ended prematurely. It was a good feud. I loved when they brought Jake into it. I thought that made it even stronger, and then you just ran into those unfortunate circumstances.
We got a pin. Kiera Hogan
Look at
and
that,
Tasha
baby.
Steelz
Oh,
retain
look
the
at
titles.
that, Dave. Which one, the left or the right?
Both.
Both. All right. Well,
Even though her right here, she won't. She likes women. She's a lesbian.
which one is the lesbian?
That's the right there. Kiera Hogan.
The blue-haired one or the other
Yeah,
one?
Kiera. Tasha Steelz.
Now, what about Jazz?
No, thank you.
No.
Jordan Grace,
You
absolutely.
played enough music.
All right. Anyways, Nikki wants to know who had the worst personal hygiene.
That we've dealt with, or in general?
Nikki, come. And he says the worst wrestler I've ever seen is in person was Virgil.
Really?
Stick up
Not to
feet.
say that Virgil was great, but I can think of a lot worse than Virgil.
Kurt Fox, Dave, Tony's impression was as great as yours. I think he means Dan. Brian D. Virgil wanted to fight me because I didn't want to meet him while I was in line to meet Schilling.
To meet who?
Schilling, Kurt Schilling, I'm guessing.
Virgil is very forward and awkward at personal appearances because he will do anything humanly possible to extract money from you. Which is part of the reason why I don't want to deal with him here at this studio, even though some of you guys want it.
Ace Austin. It's gonna be a good match right there.
I've been looking forward to it.
This will be Ace Austin, TJP. You like TJP?
Oh, he's working T. Okay,
Yeah.
now you've piqued my interest. If you guys, if anyone out there actually watches Impact and likes Impact, the 2 TJP shoot interviews we have in the archives on the YouTube channel are very, very good interviews. I'd love to have TJ back, but it didn't get a great response, I guess is the best way to put it, as far as views. But
she asked who you've dealt with for the worst hygiene.
Worst hygiene. This isn't one I get a lot. You guys are making me think. I'll say this, the man on the screen right now, if you're watching Impact, I have never met a human being that wears more cologne. I thought he was raped in cologne when he walked into the studio. Not that it was cheap or anything. It's like he bathed in it. But as far as bad hygiene goes that we've worked with, I'm trying to go through years and years of history in my head, and I'm giving this a lot of thought to take so much time.
Well, let's see what else we got.
The worst hygiene.
Patrick says the worst wrestler I saw in WWE was James Ellsworth. Brian D says nicest wrestler I met was Rico. Don the Barber, does Virgil have a cat?
Don the Barber, you're a Hall of Famer here on this show. and you're going to sink to such levels to mention the cats. Unbelievable. I'm still trying to think of the worst hygiene question. I know Jackie and I could probably come up with quite a list of those here at the studio, but they want to talk wrestling.
Yeah, it's cool, man. He's good.
I hope once we're back in ring wrestling, that man is back with us. I like TJ an awful lot. Really cool guy. You know, a lot of experience for someone his age. He's trained in so many different disciplines, from American style to Japanese to mech lucha libre. I didn't get to know him very well, but from my interactions with him when we had him, he was great. But I'm still trying to think of worse hygiene.
Let's see. Right, what else we got? How J-Dog, how does Impact even turn a profit?
International television deals.
There you go. Andrew Miller, Dan, you should have Marty, Johnny Fab, and Tony all do a show at once.
We had thought of that idea as a New Year's Eve special live, but Tony won't interact with Marty at this point.
Faraz says, I want you to interview Virgil, but 100% you're going to regret it afterwards. I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Well, you interview him then.
Thank you, Ryan. You like the Razor hoodie. I appreciate that, bud. Patrick says, the hottest diva on WWE is Bailey.
Everyone's entitled to their opinions.
Yes, sir. I don't agree, but sure. Hakami, will you bring back Boogeyman?
I don't know how much more there would be to add to it. I mean, we did 3 hours with Boogeyman that was pretty in-depth. Let me ask you this, Hakami. Have you seen the Boogeyman interview? And if you have, what could we add to it? I'm asking you. I'm putting you on the spot. Would I be opposed to it? No. I just don't know what we could add to it. I mean, if he had 50 matches in his career, that's probably saying a lot. He didn't have a very long run. You got to remember, the man was in his 40s when he broke in, and then just as they put him on the road, he suffered an injury where he was out for almost a year. So he didn't do much, you know. But if you guys want him, if you're willing to contribute to make it happen, if you have questions you want me to ask him, I'd have him back. I'd rather bring you. I think there are other guests that we haven't had that would be more interesting, but it's all about you.
What else we got?
I'd love to have TJ back, but I mean, again, it didn't do giant numbers of views when the episodes were made available, which is disappointing to me. Because he's just what a life story. I mean, TJ was homeless for a while and broke into the business at the same age I did at 13. We're right around the same age. So, oh no, TJ's probably 36, but you know, not too far off. So I hope to have TJ back. If you missed those 2 interviews and you like Impact, I bet you'll really like both of them. That are available now on our YouTube.
99.
Hey, Don the Baba.
Will your next live event have Tony versus Marty for the Racist Championship of New England?
I don't think Marty will be able to walk by the time we have that event.
Jesus.
I don't think you guys realize how bad off poor Marty is. He had 1 reconstructive ankle surgery, and he still has to go through a second one. Marty ever wrestles again, his doctor has told him no, but expects him to because he knows how crazy Marty is. A Marty and Tony match at this stage with the combined age of 127? I don't know. Impossible? No. Probable? I don't know if I'd go that far.
Steve Vendetta, how about a Paul Roma interview? He's local.
Yeah. I mean, Paul was around for, my gosh, 85 through 91. I bet that would make for an interesting interview. He's a guy that's very outspoken. He's in Connecticut. He's not too far away.
Johnny Friction. Dan, which you rather be handcuffed to for a day? Eric Sims, Terry Reynolds, or a cat? Big dot, huh?
Probably.
Oh, nice DDT. And TJ, though. Wow. That was nice.
To show you what I think of the other two, probably Terry Runnels.
Oof. Right.
Ugh.
No good, huh?
Yeah.
All
That
right.
should have been the fourth option. But
Nikki wants to know, Dan, did you ever have chickalins? I watched the Legends House where Tony made them for the guys and they weren't happy about it.
no, but they stink. Tony's had them before. They smell horrible. But I love damn chitlins.
June says, hey, Dan, how are you?
June! How are you, June? Is that you, June? How are you, June? I hope you're doing good tonight. I'm glad you stopped by. Nice to type with you. June is a fan of Dan Mirade, maybe one of the very few that I have.
That's good.
I do
Yeah.
not know with the last name of McGowan if she is a woman of color. I don't know if she would
Jesus.
interest you.
Enough.
All right.
Kurt Fox. Do you know who George Hack and Schmidt is?
Yes.
The way he wrote that, oh my God. Sorry, I had to get that out.
He hacked Hackenschmidt.
Oh, look at this. June says, I'm great. You made my day.
Oh, well, you know what? There's very few people in life that'll ever say that about me.
I'm German. Blue eyes.
Well, all right, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
I like everybody. Don't let this man fool you. It's a running gag we have.
Dave
You don't
Willis.
understand,
Dave
okay?
Willis,
It's a
ladies and
running
gentlemen.
gag. I
He's
love
moving on
everybody,
up.
but his thing is because he's seen me with other races that's all I like. But it's not. I love everybody. It has nothing to do with that. He just thinks he's joking around. So please
That's
stop.
Jackie. He doesn't need 31 flavors like Baskin Robbins, ladies and gentlemen. Just one.
See.
One flavor.
Brian D. Dan, would we see a street fight in the NWF on Route 12?
On Route 12. Brian, is that a joke I'm missing? I want to know if Choo Choo has ever made love to a Japanese woman, Brian. Text him and find out for me. Tell him everybody on the Sacrifice watch along wants to know if he ever made love to a Japanese woman. Please, do it for the fans.
June says, thanks, Dan. You're awesome. Where's Annie?
Indisposed at the moment.
What
It's
is this?
dinner time.
What does this mean? Julian Arness. Dave is what Tony would call a fence builder.
You wouldn't share your chocolate.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, no. Back in the day of Tony's era, they would, with the ring rats and such, they would, pass them around almost like a joint. I don't think you would share
No.
your chocolate. I guess we'll find out at Wrestle House in Tampa, less than 4 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen.
That's going to be fun.
Jackie wants to come to Tampa now after hearing all these stories. We're going to have to book a room for him. He's hearing about Annie the ass eater and the Willises and chocolate.
Brian D says Route 12 is the highway we took going home. Wrong WrestleMania 18 or
I know what he's talking about now. I didn't remember the highway number. That would be a long street fight. That would be a long street fight from Boston to Canada if it began at Memorial Hall.
Dennis McCown, Dan, you are the highlight of my day with 3 thumbs up. He gave
3
you.
thumbs up. All right. Well, hopefully you hit the one underneath the video because we need as many thumbs up as we can get, folks. If you're laughing, if you're having fun, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. It is free. We have had, I think, for the first time ever in our history, 5 original videos in one day. 10 a.m. we had our history video. 2 p.m. we had the Wrestling Insiders flashback. 7 p.m. we had the SmackDown review. We are currently having our tremendous Sacrifice watch along right now. And then at 11, it is Wrestling Insiders Week in Review.
Sure. Angel
day,
Ramos, $4.99.
chat
Shout
button
out to
works,
Daniel
baby.
from Kalamazoo. Angel
Who is it from?
Ramos. Angel Ramos, $4.99.
From Kalamazoo, Michigan, a great place. I thank you so much. Thank you for appreciating what we do. I hope you know that you're appreciated for watching. We consider all of you our friends. For those of you on the Patreon, you're part of the family, baby. Patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. 24/7 anywhere in the world with internet access.
Stick up for yourself. I'd love to see Bret Hart get interviewed by Dan. That would be unbelievable.
Oh, Bret Hart would be a tremendous interview to have. But again, folks, very expensive. I would need your support to make it happen. If you guys want it and will contribute to making it happen as we book them, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I think Bret would be excellent. He took so many notes and kept so many great records throughout his career. I don't know if you've read his book. Mirade with Bret Hart would be top-notch interview. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I just know we would create something great for you guys.
Marvin Hagler passed away.
Oh, well,
Someone put rest in peace.
Sorry for the marvelous one. Hopefully he wasn't planning on enjoying sacrifice.
Ryan D, friendly. Jesus. Ryan D, friendly reminder. Don't forget to turn your clocks ahead tonight.
Thank you, Brian. Since 95% of the clocks do it automatically.
Right.
You've been a big fucking help.
Don the Barber, shout out to the hairpiece.
Shout out to who?
The hairpiece.
Where's John Cena Sr.?
Oh.
Where is he?
TJ
job to this guy?
He lost?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the new X Division champion.
Oh, that's Andy got a little trophy. Looks like what I used to get in my bowling league every year when I was in elementary
he carries
school.
that.
Oh, that's his own trophy.
Yeah, it's like a little gimmick he has. What do we got here? J-Dog wants to know, what would bring the fans back to watching wrestling?
The one thing they don't have, patience and pacing. You'd have to almost blow it up and start from scratch. And I don't think they have the I know they don't have the patience. And the pacing, as we've seen since probably the final bell at WrestleMania 17, it doesn't exist. I hope that someday, and I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, that there is at least one wrestling promotion that fans of the 80s and 90s and 70s and such can enjoy, a more serious, dramatic, athletic competition as opposed to the majority of what national wrestling is nowadays. And that, there's a lot of great things about national wrestling nowadays, WWE, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor. You're seeing some of the greatest athletes as far as what their bodies can physically do in the history of the genre, but we all know what's missing. And all you have to do is go on YouTube, go on WWE Network, and look back at some of those great events with those great superstars that had the it factor going for them to see what's missing now in 2021. On the short term, unfortunately, I think it's just a dream, which is why it's a great thing we have YouTube in WWE Network.
Right, what do we got? Dan, are you friends with Cornette? Nikki wants to know.
I knew Jim Cornette in 97 through 99. He came into work for Boston Bad Boy Tony Rumble's CWA when we became the NWA New England affiliate. And before that, Kevin Sullivan, who was booking for WCW, Tony used to bring him in. Then, once he became part of the NWA, he switched to Cornette when Cornette was part of the creative in WWE, WWF, and then an office staff member. So Tony was very smart in who he would bring in and why. And just to have those people around us, what a way to sponge information. Just if you keep your mouth shut and your ears open, you're bound to learn an awful lot. I interacted with Kevin Sullivan this week for one. Cornette is someone I'd love to have with us in studio or at one of our events in the future. So, yeah, I think the world of Jim Cornette. I know he's outspoken. I'm outspoken. But you know what? He says what he believes. He speaks from the heart. He's not a BS artist. He's not a bad human being. Maybe he talks a little bit too much like someone in the wrestling business would talk in the locker room as opposed to in a public forum, but that's just him. There's a lot worse to deal with than Jim Cornette if you're not a Jim Cornette fan. Let me tell you.
Will Rally Sport, are you doing a Fast Lane live stream next Sunday? Yes,
Oh,
we are.
Thank you. I'm almost insulted. No, I'm not. No,
Nah,
we're
yes, we
planning
are.
on doing it.
Yes, sir.
Look at ODB, baby.
Fox Guy, Cena Sir is busy writing his autobiography. Here today, gone tomorrow.
You know, if that wouldn't hurt his feelings so much, I'd actually use that.
Rick B says, nice to see Dan get to answer questions on the live show.
Why, am I boring on the taped ones, Rick, or what?
I
Or
think
just don't ask
he's
me
just
any
giving you a
questions
nice
on.
comment.
Oh. I know Rick. Rick is the Ric Flair of the fans that enjoy the show.
Okay.
Rick provided us with some great insight and ideas. Slick Rick B is a Hall of Famer in the world of Boston wrestling fans, and it is a small list right now.
Nikki wants to know, what was the best dish you had at the restaurant Kowloon's?
You know what I really got turned on to by Low Key was their chicken teriyaki. I had never had it before, and it is absolutely delicious.
I like the beef and broccoli with the fried rice.
Oh, they were asking you. I'm sorry.
I think they're asking both of us.
Jackie. Jackie's never been to Kowloon. So for anyone out there that is a Kowloon fan, what would you suggest that Jackie the Joke Man has for the first and maybe last time when he goes, as the unfortunate end of Kowloon is coming, which makes me very sad because I love that place.
Oh, there she is.
No, she competed in the MWF right down the street. Were you there for that one?
Yes, of course. I loved it.
You wouldn't want to miss that one.
No way. I know
her. Big Bear Andrew Countess right now is having some tremendous flashback memories. A night of passion.
I wish.
Dave Willis.
Ryan Hilton says ODB seems like she would be fun to hang out with.
She is. I've hung out with her before. She's a cool lady.
I love Deanna too. Ah, there she is. There's my girl, Susie. Yes. Or Susan now.
Now, what is this, a big faction?
Yeah, like a little thing, they got going on right there. Fox Guy says his favorite is the poo-poo platter and the scorpion bowl.
Oh, Fox, are you Connecticut or Rhode Island? I think Connecticut.
Johnny Paycheck wants to know, what's Tony Atlas up to this evening?
Tony had a live an appearance. I don't know if it was. Yeah, it was I think a live appearance. I set up for him in New Jersey today, so I don't know if he slept over there, or if he's driving home, or if he's even made it back to Maine right now. But he had a autograph signing in New Jersey today at some point.
Rhode Island he's from.
Rhode Island, okay. I know our good friend Uncle A loves the Scorpion Bowls. He tries to get the Scorpion Bowl for two, and like an alcoholic in training finishes it off by himself. Hey.
Andrew Miller wants to know, what do you think of WWE not granting Andrade's release?
I understand why they wouldn't want to release him.
Right on.
I don't understand why they don't want to use him, but I understand why they wouldn't want to release him. I wouldn't.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Here we go, fans. Is this for the Impact Women's Championship?
Knockouts.
I'm sorry, the Knockouts.
Yes, it is.
Well,
come on, guys. Keep on asking questions.
You love the questions, Dave.
You do.
And from this vantage point, you get the best. You have the big 85-inch television.
Right.
You have the Razor Ramon hoodie. You have the Willises to enjoy now from the Jefferson series when you go home tonight. I'm sure that streams. Does anyone know if the Jefferson streams on any platform?
Nope.
Jackie, have you ever made love to a woman of color? No. Do you want to? All right, we will. He will. All right.
Because, see, he likes everybody like me.
You have to teach Jackie.
I don't need to teach him anything, dude.
Well, you got to use how to use the charm with the beautiful women of color.
J-Dog wants to know, what's Vince McMahon like?
You can tell he's a very intelligent, successful man the minute you interact with him.
I don't know. That's what you're saying. I'm guessing.
I don't
when
hate Julian.
I answered one question. You said that you thought maybe.
Are you talking to me or Dave? I don't dislike anybody. Oh, wait, there was one person that I blocked. I don't even remember their name because they just wanted to be an asshole. So I figured, why bother?
Yes, there'll be fans at WrestleMania this year.
Oh, baby.
We'll be there. Dennis wants to know, Dan, how would you like to see Nia versus Terry Reynolds in a shoot?
Be a rough night at the office for poor Terry. It might be the one Nia Jax match I'd enjoy.
Where's Marty tonight, Dan? Johnny Paycheck.
We tried calling him just a little while ago. I guess you missed it. I'm sure Marty is partying wherever he may be. I don't know if that's for the best, but his ankle is getting better. That's what matters to me. I was so happy with the way he moved around when he was here a couple of weeks ago. About a month. Yeah, it was just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to see him again. Hopefully April or May we'll have him back in studio. It's just one of those things. We could give him more bookings, but, we need more people on Patreon. We need more eBay activity. We need more Super Chat activity. That's what helps make these shoots happen, And then, again, the one thing I make the hate it seem like is that we're always trying to push, make a donation, spend money on this, spend money on that. We're happy to have all of you guys here, whether you can afford just your time or you have $100 to give us. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the stars, it's a huge financial commitment to us. So the more you guys do and contribute in that way, the more it allows us to bring these guys in and give them work. And in exchange, you guys get the great interview content. So I think it's win-win for everybody, except for me, because I have no sleep, I have no free time, I have no sanity. I have a man that wants to be a Willis, and I have a joke man.
No, I don't want to be a Willis.
No,
don't even do that.
It's debatable. I think
I just want to be me. I want to be Dave.
He's
That's
never been so excited in his life to learn about
myself. I do fine for myself. I'm good with everything.
Again, I think Jackie knows why.
Melrose, who wins?
Oh. No one watching the TV show.
There you go. Brian D, if you were predicting, who else do you think will be in the class of 2021 WWE Hall of Fame?
I have no idea. I never heard the name Molly Holly until it was announced. I think the class of 2021 is going to be scaled back, where they have so many heavy hitters already the same night from last year's group.
J-Dog says Dan needs some chocolate in his life for sure.
I have never had any chocolate.
Kevin LeBlanc, you guys need to get Slick in here.
I'd love to have Slick. Now, do you mean the manager Slick or Slick Wagner Brown? I have had Slick Wagner Brown here.
Fox Guy, Mrs. Willis is Lenny Kravitz's mom. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I don't even know what you guys are talking about when you get there.
Mrs. Willis was your dream wife.
Okay, yeah.
And apparently in real life, she's Lenny Kravitz's mother.
Nope.
All right. Well, you've never seen the woman, so how can you say that?
I don't know. Blank says that's true, Fox Guy. So I'm guessing it is true about the Lenny Kravitz statement.
See, we learn all kinds of things on these shows. I never thought we'd be discussing who Lenny Kravitz's mother is during the Impact Wrestling Sacrifice Watch-Along.
Let's see. Demolition should be in the 2021 Hall of Fame.
I doubt it'll happen, but you're absolutely right.
And Fox Guy says, yes, Roxy Rocker is Lenny Kravitz's mom in real life. J-Dog, imagine Doom versus the Strong Young Bucks. I don't know what that means.
Doom versus the Strong Young Bucks?
Yeah. That's what he wrote.
If you mean Doom versus the Young Bucks, that would be quite the mismatch.
Will Rally Sports says, glad Molly Holly is in the Hall of Fame. Money Molly, she great, really nice. Hurricane Helms enough. Yeah, I did see that. That was good. I did like that.
Why? Let me ask you this. And I mean, it's, of course, opinion-based. Holly belongs in the Hall of Fame. What did she ever do? And I say that to everybody. Nice lady, very nice. Probably one of the nicest female wrestlers you'll ever meet. But as far as what she actually did, what was the majority of her run? A mid-card woman in WWE? And a small roster? I mean, WWE takes away from the credibility of what they're trying to do by entering just about anyone. You know, they have their certain criteria. Every year they have to have a woman. They try to have, and I hate to say it, because it's going to come out wrong and it may bite me, but see, they try to have a person of color just about every year. They try to have one dead person they enter into the Hall of Fame every year. And, you know, I think it should be based upon, you know, accomplishments as opposed to that. One man's opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe they don't look at it that way. But I think if you look at the lists every year, you usually will find that.
Ryan Hilden, you kind of look like Robert Roode. Oh, thanks.
Me or him?
I'm guessing me. Johnny
I get Nick Foley and Vince Russo.
I know, that's why I want to say.
Roode.
Johnny Paycheck says, Dan, when you getting the Honky Tonk Man on your show?
Honky Tonk Man is welcome anytime.
Dennis says, when I get insomnia, I watch Beth Phoenix Hall of Fame speech.
Oh. Again, why? Well, what did Beth Phoenix do to warrant a Hall of Fame position? It has nothing to do with her as a human being. I'm talking about her body of work as a pro wrestler. What did she do that was Hall of Fame worthy? You take away the credibility of your own Hall of Fame by putting people like that in.
Here we go. Hello, Kelly from Little Rock. J-Dog says he meant scrawny Young Bucks, not strong.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a mismatch.
Rest in peace, Jim Leahy, right, buddy? Don the Baba?
Who?
Yes, sir. He put Jim Leahy, and I put rest
Who's
in
that?
peace. If you watch the Trailer Park Boys, you said you were going to watch. You told us that on
I
this.
haven't had time to watch anything I enjoy. Never mind the show I know nothing about.
Tap, we got Deonna Perazo retaining the Knockouts Championship.
Well, ODB's going back to the food truck, I guess.
Yes, sir. We're going to go see her when we're down in Tampa, right?
Oh, are we?
We're not?
I didn't know. No, I didn't know that was on the agenda.
It's Potter. I want to see her. I want to
right.
eat some meat.
Oh. What's your name? Lanny Poffo?
I set myself up for it, right? Let's see here. What do we got? Will Rally Sport actually answered your question, Molly. He says she helped back in the day create for the women today, along with Jazz and Trish and Lita and Mickey James is a Hall of Famer too.
But create what?
I don't know. I'm just telling you, buddy.
Hard worker, nice person, but did they do anything worthwhile that was Hall of Fame worthy? Trish, I could see you make the argument for. The others, no.
Rick B. Lay was the biggest drunk of all time. Yes, he was, and he was the best acting drunk ever, too, man. That guy was the best. Nikki says, Dan, roll a fatty and watch TPB. Yes, absolutely. I totally agree.
I have never done such a thing.
Now, you guys still haven't answered me. Does any of you have the SwearingNet app and watching Jill? That's their new, like, Trailer Park Boys afterthought. You know what I mean? Like a show after the Trailer Park Boys, their season. They're just doing fantastic.
Do you watch this Trailer
Let
Park,
me know if any of you
Jackie?
guys are watching it on
No,
SwearingNet. It's really good. Lanny Poff, Johnny Pitchick says Lanny Poffo was a strange man.
He was, but he's a good guy. Nice guy. He just enjoys a little fellatio on himself.
Edwin Pereira says, have you seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? No, I have not.
I missed that one.
Oh, Dennis wants to know what female has the worst hygiene. No idea.
You have to ask Terry Reynolds, gynecologist.
Will Riley comes back with Beth. He was the one that just said all this stuff about Molly. He goes, Beth Phoenix is great. I think there's 2 or 3 women who have been in Royal Rumble. So good. Edge's wife, brilliant commentator on NXT. Don't get him started on that.
Someone in the world that likes it, and you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely,
glad you
buddy.
like it. I wish more people liked it so the numbers would go up.
She doesn't nearly bother me as much as it does him, though. I can put up with her. He's not a big fan of it at all.
I'm surprised you like Beth Phoenix.
Oh, Ricky was really? Where are you from, Kevin LeBlanc?
I think Kevin's from Canada.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ricky was born in my hometown. That's why. Don the Bar, Marty could, absolutely. Marty could be casted in the Trailer Park Boys. Absolutely, especially after a night of drinking. Oh my God.
Janetti?
Yeah. I met Ultra. Really? That's awesome, man. Very cool. I got to meet him when I went here. I went to Portland, Maine up to meet him. I'd love to meet them, not in character, though. I think that'd be really cool just to hang out with them for a day. I think they seem like really cool guys. Ryan Hilden says, why do you hate Terry Reynolds? But you're not going to get into that.
You know, Ryan, it's just such a
Oh, you are going to get into that
story. No. Because I want to get mad and start being filled with hate and venom.
Right.
That might be one where it's going to be our 20th anniversary. I've thought about doing different things like a big video special. I've thought about doing a book. I don't know. Maybe the whole story I'll put there. And I'll say part of the reason I don't want to tell the whole story is out of respect to John Cena Sr. because he was put in a very awkward position by a miserable, despicable, low-life human being in this very studio.
Let's see. Andrew Miller wants to know, Dan, what did you think of AEW's barbed wire match at Revolution?
Up until the 3
part.
count, I loved it.
Yes.
Everything that ever happened after the 3 count, they should erase the master tape. In moderation, I love the brutality and the violence and the blood like that. When it's overdone, it's pointless. When it's done in moderation, it's what professional wrestling should be all about. I wish they had more of a grudge. It didn't seem like they had enough of a feud to have a landmine match for, but that was the creative handed. What was this guy's name in NXT?
Juice Robinson. Oh, great. You just said it now. I just lost because I was just talking about him with Brian the other day. Oh my God. If you guys know real quick, can you please say, because I'm
Was it Parker?
No. Oh, CJ. Was it CJ Parker?
Was that it?
I think it was CJ. That's it. CJ
They
Parker.
missed the boat on him.
Yep. And look at that. Teddy just put it in there too. CJ Parker. Thanks, Teddy. I knew we would get in a second.
Teddy P.
Yes, it is. He's here.
The Teddy P.
Yes.
How do you know it's him?
Because it says his name next to it.
There's enough room to put
it
his
says
fucking
Theater
last name in there?
Piano. Yeah, I don't want to butcher his last name.
But how many letters? You got to count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. Teddy, I'm going to ask you. Have you ever made love to a woman of color?
Come on.
Well,
oh, look at this one. Dave is the Ed McMahon of wrestling podcast.
Ed McMahon?
Yeah, I guess so.
You had a lot more than Ed McMahon did.
Oh, whatever.
Do you know who Ed McMahon is?
No, I just,
he was
whatever.
you'd recognize him, I bet. He was the older guy that was
I don't
Johnny
take it. In fact, they're making fun of me or not. I just love everybody. I don't care,
But did Ed McMahon enjoy women of color?
You know me, man. I don't. Stuff bounces off me. It doesn't
When he was doing those Publishers Clearinghouse Award prizes.
Oh, really?
That was part of his one. It's something he did.
So it was like almost like a jab at me. Guys, I don't care either way if you guys are. I love everybody. It doesn't bother me. I have a sense of humor.
Do you know who Johnny Carson is?
Way back in the day, like the 50s.
Yeah, he was like the older version of Jay Leno.
Okay.
He was like his sidekick. When he'd do the introductions to the show, him and Ed McMahon would go back and forth before they'd bring the guests out. I don't think that was meant as an insult at all. But another thing that Ed McMahon did is just an entertainment gig. You know how they do those Publishers Clearinghouse things? If you subscribe to a magazine, you could win $1 million.
Yeah.
Go to the house.
Oh, the guy with the great. Yeah. Okay,
so
now I do. I was young, but yeah, I remember.
But does Ed like the? Does Ed like a little chocolate? He's about as white as they get with his hair.
All right.
That would.
If you guys remember Kurgan, he lives in my hometown. Also, I run into him from time to time. He's huge. That was Kevin LeBlanc.
He's a big guy.
Yep.
He's a big guy. I met him in the back at the Raw the day after SummerSlam 98 when he was an oddity, and he was huge. I think, if not a legit 7 feet, he was very, very close to it.
Teddy wants to know, remember the...
Teddy, you're not answering the question, brother.
Remember the makeout session at Colloon's after holiday headlocks?
I already know the answer to the question. That's right. I forgot all about that.
There you go.
Teddy was with a almost like, I'm going to give you a good description, a Kiera Hogan.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. I don't know what magic Teddy...
With the girl with 6 kids he puts.
Yes, with the girl with 6 kids. She had the little piano Papalupagapas fever, baby. You know what, Teddy? I'll ask you a question.
Oh,
Do you know if WrestleMania week, are they going to do the big store again, or are they going to ixnay that this year, or is it top secret classified information?
All right, what else we got? When he answers, I'll tell you.
He's like Jackie. He's probably looking.
Johnny Paycheck. Do you think Bobby Heenan was the best heel manager?
Yes.
There you go. Ed McMahon was also the host of Star Search.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm kind of knowing who he was. It's a compliment. All right, yeah, I kind of get it now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. If that's me, man. Dennis, Dave, I think you're doing a great compliment from Nikki. You're doing a great job. Thank you, guys.
Who do you guys like better, Dave or Socko with me?
First,
and why?
Kevin LeBlanc. First time I seen him, he was in McDonald's. I don't know.
Hey, guys.
Oh, meaning McDonald's Kurgan. That's what it's probably talking about.
Guys got to eat.
I wasn't sure what he was talking about. Let's see what else we got. I know I'm missing a lot because they're coming in quick.
Fast and Furious, just like the ride at Universal Studios.
You know what, Patrick? A lot of people have said that to me. It's kind of funny you say that. In a way, you look like Dan Blazarian, the guy I've been telling you about, the energy drink right there. They think I look like him. If you Google it, I when I have the full beard and everything, yeah, I've heard that a lot.
So Dave Willis looks like Ed Blazarian.
Dave Blazarian. I'm sorry.
Right. I'm thinking Ed McMahon.
Andrew Miller. What do you think of the Dark Side of the Ring series?
For only having 40 minutes to work with, they do a good job.
There you go. Teddy says, as far as I know, it's just WrestleMania both nights. Likely merch trailers and stands, but no store, to my knowledge.
Now, Teddy, have you ever indulged a little bit at Islands of Adventure down in Orlando, Florida?
Oh, Fox Guy, Dave DeWolf's Socko in regards of talent. How come Dave has a I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Was Socko.
Don the Bar, where's Glance?
Glance is in Maine right now, Don, but I did speak to him a little while ago. He was attempting to book a talent for this studio up where he's working today. And Glance will be at Wrestle House live WrestleMania week in Tampa, Florida. I don't know. Do you guys all know what Wrestle House is yet by now, or do I have to keep repeating it? I know this watch-along is kind of a long endeavor, but we're going to be trying to bring to you a slew of superstars WrestleMania week. We don't have a TV studio in Tampa, so we're going to bring a boatload or a plane load of portable equipment to a house we're going to rent. We're going to do cyber autograph signings. We're going to do live specials. We're going to do shoots in the house. It'll be great. It'll be like pornography without the sex.
Jesus, all right.
Unbelievable. It's Wrestle House, baby. And Glance is going to be there for it all.
What else we got?
Maybe Glance can tell his story. A superstar pitcher in baseball, a grappler.
What is this all made up? Or you?
No, this is the story of Glance.
See, I don't know, because I know I'm going to ask him these questions and he's going to think I'm an idiot.
What do you mean?
If I start asking him all these questions, because you make up these stories about people. Like you're making up stories about me to these people.
What story did I make up
about all the chocolate stuff? Well, I love everybody.
That isn't made up.
Yes, it is.
You love chocolate.
All right.
Like I told Jackie, February the 15th is his least favorite day of the year.
See, here we go again.
And then he has to settle for discount chocolate.
Come on. All right. Julian says Socko is a no good jabroni. That's why we like Dave better.
This must be great for your ego, Dave.
I don't have an ego. You know me.
But you know what I mean.
I'm just always the same person. You know me. I'm just a happy-go-lucky guy, dude.
Nobody likes Socko.
Johnny Friction, put Dave in salmon pants and we get the best of both worlds. Teddy says, I have not, but I bet it would be an adventure. Thanks, Will. I appreciate that. Dave is better, more excitement when he talks wrestling. Yeah, I'm passionate about it, man. I love wrestling. That's why me and him have known each other for what now? 13 years.
Yeah.
Long time. I love it.
Now, Teddy, have you had any chocolate down in Florida? I know about the Kowloon adventure. Al Snow was busy with the puppies. Teddy P was out in the car in the parking lot at Kowloon. I don't want to let Andy Wong know. There could have been some little Pianta Papalupagapuses being exchanged. But if any in Florida. Hot chocolate down in Florida.
Rick B, great news, Dan. Best of luck.
works out well. If we go down there and the equipment goes bust, or there's internet problems, or there's any of the shit that we can't fix as quickly on the road as we can fix in the studio, it could be a long week.
Yes, sir.
Could be a long week. But it has the potential to be great fun. And if it goes well, we'll do it in Dallas next year. But who knows? WrestleMania's setup could be different next year. And I'm trying to plan on, in my mind, I'd like to do 2 or 3 on Friday, 1 in the early part. Oh, did I tell you I got the times for WrestleMania?
No.
They're planning.
Oh, my God.
But I'm still thinking, just to be on the safe side, maybe just 2 or 3 Friday, 1 Saturday, 1 Sunday, 2 or 3 Monday, as far as the guests at our home go.
Okay. Works for me.
I just don't want to risk any headaches as far as the day of the Mania show goes, especially now that Linda Mirade wants to go down, which is a fate worse than death.
Fox guy, Socko hasn't.
She wouldn't be watching this.
Socko hasn't been the same since he lost out to Kato Kalin for Houseboy of the Year.
Am I the only person that likes Socko? Is there anyone else that can say anything nice about Socko other than me? You didn't think he was
no.
that bad,
I was just gonna say he was always kind to me.
Did you think his salmon pants were
we had a
Christmas
little
colored?
behind the scenes. We had a little argument about Rob Gronkowski, but other than that,
yeah.
that he was always kind to me, man. I can't really say it, but other than that, that was fine.
Do you think his salmon pants were Christmas colored?
I don't know. I really didn't look at him.
Were you here the day he had them on?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, whatever show he had them on, it was in December, and he tried to say that these salmon-colored beach pants were Christmas
Jesus.
colored. And you know I couldn't resist
Right.
that.
Absolutely, I know.
And the fans at
It's
home
like
couldn't
bait and
resist
switch,
that.
man, right
Do you
there.
have any salmon pants, Jack?
Teddy, yes.
Oh, all right.
Teddy says some quality signed items around
really?
you fellas. Yeah, man. Tons of stuff.
What did he say?
Some quality signed items around you fellas.
I thought he was talking about his women down in Florida.
Oh, maybe he's meaning that too. See, look where you got started, Fox guy. Dave has stock in Hershey and Godiva.
And what about Lint?
Then this guy saying Socko's a half and half.
Well, he could be, but yeah, I'm not going to hold that.
I don't even know what
against
this means. Dave, who do you favor, Pat Patterson or Shawn Michaels?
him.
I don't know what he's going with that.
It's some kind of a reference.
Yeah, I know. Dan really going hard with the chocolate jokes.
Guys, I just like to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it is what it is.
What I like about what we do the majority of the time is the conversations that we have are almost like if you were in a wrestling locker room. Is it going to offend some? Probably, likely in 2021, where there were a lot of sensitive people. But I imagine those are the ones that tune out pretty quick and never come back. I think those that stick with us, they probably find the same humor in it. If you ever played sports when you were in high school or college, it's probably along the same lines. I try not to cross the line, but, I don't have an adult beverage tonight.
There we go.
With Don the Barber, though, he sent so much pizza, I couldn't even be humorous.
That was great when
he
did
sent
that.
us that wonderful donation. My God, I'm still full. That was great. And I'm hungry tonight, too.
Yeah.
But that was just so cool. Don the Barber is a legend. If there was a celebrity wing in the Boston Wrestling MWF Sports Hall of Fame, it might be Don the Barber for that pizza, because he just shocked me and blew me away with his kindness that night.
Andrew
Slick
Miller.
Rick is on the Mount Rushmore, but Don the Barber is quickly climbing the ranks.
Andrew Miller, which was your favorite Dark Side of the Ring episode? I would probably go with either Owen Hart or Randy Savage. I really enjoyed those two, but there's a lot. I even like the New Jack one. There was a bunch of good ones. I think they're all done, like he said, in 40 minutes. In a short time, they're done well. Oh, Hakami. Dave, which tastes better, dark or milk chocolate? Come on, guys.
I'd probably, if it was me, I'd say the milk. But yeah.
Dave, do you like Terry Garvin? What is going on here?
No, answer no to that one.
No, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on.
I'm thinking of my favorite Dark Side of the Ring. I'd have to. It's been so long since they've been on. I really don't remember. I think the Owen one struck a chord with me. I'd probably go with that one.
Patrick Rowe. Dave, would you rather party with Dan Blazarian or Pat Patterson? Dan Blazarian. Teddy said a little chocolate, a little mocha, a little vanilla, equal opportunity.
Teddy.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Well,
I
they're
totally
having
agree with you on
Mardi
that.
Gras festival down at Universal Orlando right now.
Yes.
What have you done, Teddy, to give the women of color some beads?
Yes, Teddy, I agree with you.
What did he
But
say?
they say the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Yes, sir, buddy.
Is that what Teddy said?
That's what they say. That's what Tupac said.
I thought you said Teddy Pianta Papalupagapis.
J-Dog, Owen will never be in the Hall of Fame. Patrick Rowe, $2. Sean is a fairy. I don't know what you're getting at, Patrick, but thanks for the $2. He's
No,
one who he keeps on asking me all the right questions.
Patrick, I think, dislikes Sean a great deal because he makes that comment on every show.
Ask me if I like
But you
Terry
know what?
Garvin.
You're helping us bring the legends to the studio and to Wrestle House in Tampa, so we thank you, Patrick. I think you're a good man. I think you've confused Dave a little bit, but
yeah, that's
he's
what I
still
mean.
trying to figure out who the Willises were.
Are you looking forward to the Dynamite Kid Dark Side? Sure. I love going behind, like in the Dino Bravo one. I didn't know much about him, but that was a good one. I learned a lot. I love that stuff.
Why does he have the tank top on? To me, that just looks like garbage wrestling. Or am I the only one?
What'd you say?
I said, what's with the tank top?
It's just how he wrestles, man.
Why, though? I mean...
I know, exactly. Because it doesn't look like he has he's out of shape or anything.
If you're an athlete, you spend that much time to get yourself into good shape, why hide it behind a tank top? That's why I know Eddie's out of shape. Because why would you wear that?
Dennis wants to know, you like the chocolate roast beef snapper, Dan?
Never had. Can't comment.
Jade, the man, Teddy, Patrick Brown, he needs to get out of the closet. That's all. That's probably why when you were saying about Sean.
Well, Sean is a man of God nowadays. Whatever he may have done in his younger days is apparently in Shawn Michaels' past. Sean has put it in the closet.
Sir. Let's see.
But I'd love to have him in the studio, even though with his contractual obligations, I don't see that happening. But probably, as far as in-ring, match for match, the best of all time.
Sir. What we got here? Randy and the Brody Dark Side was the best for the two for me.
No, Tony enjoyed his cameo in that one. Oh, nice reversal right there. We're going to see new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Not right there.
I don't know. This guy Abe's making no sense.
Abe, I believe, is a big AEW fan.
Yeah, because he says, I can't believe WWE wants to copy AEW by doing cinematic match. Mania. Tony needs to sue at WWE.
I didn't hear anything like that.
Yeah, me either.
This could be it. No.
Patrick Gross says, you're welcome. Just trying to get the heat going. That's all. Yeah, man, I know. That's why. Like I said, you can bust the mommy all you want. I'm good. I'm good for that.
He's not as sensitive as
I'm not, man. I everything's good with me, man. I laugh, I'm not that type of guy. I'm good. Nothing. I have thick skin, as they would say. Teddy goes, Dave, I know we chatted about before, but when will you guys be in Orlando the week meeting? We're going to go Thursday to Universal. I know that much.
Tentatively, until we figure out the house.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Wow,
what happened? Here we go. Here we go. SHW Freak. Dan, you got to go back and watch Mania 5. Marty's stories about the ramp make it whole new watch.
WrestleMania 5 was so bad, it would take a lot for me to want to go back and watch it again. Maybe we'll do a watch along with Marty of the match with the Twin Towers for you guys. I
cannot believe they gave those
titles. That makes that
in.
very interesting with what they're doing with AEW.
Finn Juice just won the titles. Wow. So they did have one title change on the pay-per-view.
Does he go by Dave Finlay?
Yeah, Dave Finlay and Juice Robinson. Yep. Gallows
that was a pretty good tag team.
Gallows got in great shape. Why didn't he do that in WWE?
He was complacent with the 750, I guess.
Jesus, he looks great now. Look at him, all cut up.
Sometimes it takes that kind of motivation to get guys going, to lose that big money.
Oh, Teddy, you won't be around. All right, buddy. Well, you know what?
Whoa, Teddy, where are you going to be?
He's got other reasons, obvious reasons. He said.
Well,
So
he
Teddy,
must have a
whatever,
woman of
man. You
color.
have my phone. You have his phone. We'll hook up. I know we will. Will Rasport love.
Maybe he'll come to Wrestle House.
Maybe you should come if you have time, buddy. Come down. Will Rally Sport Rally. Love your stream. Great stuff. Love Dan's stories and knowledge of wrestling. Great. Thank you guys.
That's debatable, but
Awesome, buddy.
Thank you for joining us. As I guess we're getting ready for the main event. It's main event time, Jackie. All right, he's getting serious in there now. Well, I got to say, Rich Swann broke my heart.
Main event right here.
He was scheduled to be with us for the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. He's tried to call me the morning of the appearance, never got on the plane, never texted me, and in 3 months since, has not responded to my calls or text messages.
Teddy says,
I don't get it. I'm very disappointed in Rich Swann, who is a very good human being. What
Teddy
did he
said 2-night takeover. That's why.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so it
but he
does
said
make
maybe
more sense.
Friday night after Mania, Wrestle House. I mean, Friday night before Mania, Wrestle House.
Rich Swann, a Sheiky baby, said, "You broke my heart."
J-Dog says, you're insane. WrestleMania 5 was a good Mania. You're crazy.
What did you like about WrestleMania 5?
J-Dog, tell
It
us.
was long. It was boring. Both of the WrestleManias from Trump Plaza were boring. And I was looking forward to them both, obviously. I was a kid. I was a young fan, and they just dragged. Too many matches. Not enough good ones. I'll say this. I thought 5 was better than 4, if it makes you feel any better.
Sure.
That tournament they had was atrocious at WrestleMania 4.
Kevin Blank wants to know, Dan, did you say you never had chocolate?
Never.
Patrick
He's
asks.
disgusted with me. I'm sorry.
Disgusted is what it is, man. You like what you like. Dave, you would do very well in the Navy when you're underway. It ain't gay. I don't understand what that means.
What was the comment?
That's Patrick says, Dave, you would be very well in the Navy when you're underway. It ain't gay. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what the guy talks
I
about,
don't
but
get
whatever.
that one either.
Well,
But Patrick is with us on just about every live show. He's a good fan.
Yeah.
He contributes to the cause.
SHW Freak says Mania 5 has a few decent matches. Rockers, Perfect, Hogan, Savage.
And that's 3 out of, I think that was a 14-match show. That was a long show. Mr. Perfect and the Blue Blazer, I remember, was a good match, but it only went about 4 minutes. Yeah, that atrocious Jake and Andre match that just slowed down an already slow night.
Fox Guy says Dan has never had chocolate nor coffee. The man isn't human.
I've had edible chocolate. Well, I guess any chocolate could be edible, but I've never had the kind you can buy in a grocery store. No, I have had never had the chocolate that Dave consumes.
Nikki, Brian D. Yeah, I know, Brian. I seen what you said. I'm sorry.
What
Yeah,
did
that's my
Brian
fault.
say?
He just said, because I said only one title change. I forgot the X Division did.
Brian, have you ever made love to a woman of color?
He hasn't answered. Let that talk about it. I don't know, Ryan. Mr. Halloween, is Sting going to
Sting?
Sting? Yeah, I don't know.
Is he going to be joining us?
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on it, but we wound up doing stuff with Hogan and Austin, so you never know.
Julian says Patrick is obsessed with Dave and fantasizing about Dave being gay in the Navy. Patrick is worse than Michael Jackson.
Maybe he's having fantasies about you, like you tell us.
I don't even know who Willis is. We already talked about this. Da-da-da.
Rich Swann, brother. I can't believe it. A good man. I think the world of him. 3 months later, he still won't get back to me. That's not how you treat a friend and someone that's been good to you. I still try and give him the benefit of the doubt. This man right here, Mr. Swann.
Yeah. Let's see. Will Riley Sports says, have you never had chocolate missing out? So nice. I'm eating some now too. Title change. Ace Austin, who's really I don't think he understands. Oh, I love it. I love it. Nikki wants to know, Dan, would you do Awesome Kong?
No, she's a friend. I think the world of her. She's a good human being.
SHW Freak says Mania 5 is better than 6.
I disagree.
I
but
disagree,
Everyone's
too.
entitled to their own opinion.
6 main event was.
Oh, Dave Penza. Is this the first time he's been in the ring?
He calls like when they're big matches like these. Now they had like Michael Buffer and WCW like that. He does that. See how he's building it up right there.
But where's Jackie going? Oh, he wants a little thirsty. Why is Dave holding on with 2 hands to one microphone?
He's fired up.
Is he going to drop it? Is it that heavy? Who do you guys got in this one? Rich Swann or Moose? Rich Swann, brother, my buddy. I'm waiting for your call. I'm waiting for your text. The Mirade hotline is open, brother.
Teddy says WrestleMania 7 is one of the best.
Yeah, I didn't like so.
Kevin LeBlanc says WrestleMania 6 was my favorite. Mania 6 only had Hogan and Warrior and Jake and DiBiase. Rest is trash. Sometimes I don't understand this guy Patrick, man.
Now, this is title for title right now?
Yes, they're going to unify him.
Well, I think Omega and Rich Swann would be a fantastic match.
What Patrick, man. I'm not gonna ask these questions anymore, man. You're getting a little ridiculous. Let's see here. Speaking of chocolate, Whoopi or Nell Cotter? Nell Cotter, sorry.
You'd have to answer that.
I don't know who the hell Nell Cotter is.
I'm
Teddy
glad you asked that, whoever it was.
Teddy wants to know, how do you not like WrestleMania 7?
There weren't many matches I was interested in on it. I liked Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man, obviously. I'm trying to think of anything else that I really remember as standing out as being good from that show.
Let's see it.
WrestleMania 7.
Let's see here.
I'd say it was probably better than 4 and 5 in 1. If you want to rank the first 7. So maybe middle of the pack in the early years. But Rich Swann, brother, the Mirade hotline is open. Did I hear from him? Let me see. Who's this? David Reese.
It says WrestleMania 7 blindfold match, Rocks versus Barbarian and Ming, Hearts versus Nasty.
You know what? The Hart Foundation and the Nasty Boys was a very underrated match. You are correct about that. When you look back at sometimes you talk about the forgotten WrestleMania matches, that was actually pretty good.
Yep, that's right, Brian. The winner of this goes on and faces Kenny Omega. Yeah, I liked WrestleMania 7, that's for sure.
You like WrestleMania?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good one.
What did you like about it?
I thought the best thing about it was probably I love that Savage and Warrior match. I love the Foundation Nasty Boys match. And I think Undertaker streak started that, right?
In a very forgettable match.
But I'm just saying,
Yep.
You know, there was some
history,
definitely
though.
saying. What else happened on that? Hogan and Slaughter, right?
That was.
I'm just trying to think. I
Rockers
mean,
and
that's a long time.
Haku
What is that? 30 WrestleManias ago.
Rockers and Haku and Barbarian.
Wow, these questions are coming in quick. I
Boss
can't even
Man and
catch up now.
Perfect. Who else was on that show?
1777.
Earthquake and Valentine.
177 memorabilia. Flair vs. Savage, WrestleMania 8. was an
Tito
epic
and the
match.
Mountie, I think. Was it the Mountie and Tito on that one? I think so.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm just trying to go through my
Legion of
head.
Doom and Power and Glory, which was about a minute long. I'm not ringing any bells
What?
as far as the matches.
Oh, no. Like, I just named the ones that I remembered,
Oh,
man.
oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I was
That's
trying
so
to
long with
stroke
30.
the memory, like you want the.
These
Mrs.
guys have
Willis
like
to-
the computer and phone on. They can. I don't want to start doing all that. It's Google. I'm trying to keep up these questions.
Again, folks, it's main event time here on Impact Plus Sacrifice. The Super Chat is open for business. We're not just having a series of interviews, we're having a Wrestle House in less than a month. We're going to
Ken, I didn't see it, so you got to ask it again, buddy. Sorry.
Week from the Sunshine State, the week of WrestleMania. We got to bring all the equipment from here down to Florida in a home we have to rent with superstars coming from all over the world. It is going to be a happening. I think we should tape a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff at Wrestle House. I think that could be
Yes, sir.
interesting, too. I think Rich Swann should try and make right on stiffing the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive and come and visit us at Wrestle House.
Lives in
He's
Orlando.
not that far away.
Lives in Orlando.
I pitched. You're killing me. My
You-
buddy.
And we can have someone else come too with them.
Well,
I love it. What do we got? Oh man, there's so many
he
questions.
can come by himself.
No, don't do that. Now they're asking questions into themselves in the room, so there's nothing really
They're
coming in.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
Again,
Dave is
folks,
high off Marty stuff. WrestleMania 4, 5, 6, 7, all good.
Well, I mean,
I didn't
everybody's
say they
opinions are
weren't. I
different.
don't know why I'm high. Didn't
Maybe
say
he
anything.
meant me.
Yeah.
I like 6. I thought
Brian D
4
says-
and 5 sucked, and I thought 7 was kind of.
Brian D
There.
said WrestleMania 14 didn't have a meaning failing to me. I thought it did. I went to it.
Brian Duffy,
Brian D, whoever that is.
a Choo Choo song.
No. I thought it did. I
Ask
went
him
to it. I thought it was
Did
great.
you text Choo Choo yet?
Oh, J Dog says $5 gave $5. He says first Bad Mania was 10. Dan is crazy. Stop partying with Marty.
You didn't like 10?
Oh my god, that ladder match.
10? Well, that wasn't the only good match.
But I'm just saying that's like the highlight of it. Like that was unbelievable.
Wow, I'm really surprised. Again, everybody has
Right,
their own
exactly.
opinions, but to think that the first one you didn't like was 10, did you watch the first 9? Sarcasm, but we appreciate the help. We'll be able to document all these old WrestleManias that some of us liked, some of us didn't like. Did you watch Marty Jannetty's thoughts on WrestleMania 5 this week on Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty? If you like 5, he had some very interesting insight to that event.
Friggin' look at Moosh, man. He got in such good shape too. Wow.
You'd think that WWE is going to go looking for him.
Oh
at
my
some
god,
point.
yeah. I mean, he changed his whole body. Definitely. You remember what he looked like when he first came
Yeah.
in. See, that's someone that's trying to make it to the next level. That's what I like to see. You know what I mean?
Well,
A lot of these people.
Rich Swann deserves to lose some hair for what he did to the Paul Bearer Holiday
Uh-oh.
Headlocks Toy Drive.
Uh-oh.
And you know I like Rich. But you know what? When you do, you know what? There's a great story to be learned here, folks. If you do the wrong thing and you have the opportunity to make it right, make it right. Don't make it worse. Come on. Especially if you're a good human being in here.
10 was good. Ken, nobody wants. Brian D says, yeah, every WWE, WCW event at the TD Garden since the building opened.
But did Choo Choo make love to a Japanese woman at the garden? They actually, Choo Choo, the father used to, I think, was an usher at the old garden. He had some interesting stories
I
about
don't
that.
know.
Choo Choo.
SHW Freak says WrestleMania 11 was bad.
Yes, and that was the first one I went to, which was underwhelming. Underwhelming.
Hartford, right?
You got it.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, Moose was generous in
I
his
didn't make
selling
the
of
cut
that
on that
for
one yet.
Rich. What's that?
I didn't make the cut on that one yet. I wasn't old enough yet.
Look at that. He almost chokeslammed him out of his tights. Now, Patrick might have liked that.
Oh, we got a little heat in here between Ken terminated by DQ and Julianne.
What? Oh, Ken always gets fired up. Ken, how are you, buddy? What are they arguing about?
I don't know. It just says if you say something, if Julian, if you keep dissing me, I'm gonna block you. Okay. So I'm guessing they haven't. These questions are coming in so fast. I'm just trying to find questions there right now.
Is this a no disqualification match?
No, it's a title match, so I don't know.
Why are they bringing
Don't
the chair
know.
into the
They
ring?
never
Man,
say.
just,
It's a unification
where is
match.
the common sense
Is a unification
in
match
this?
mean you can use weapons? No, see the right. Yeah, okay.
Isn't it? Oh no. Did they respond, the fans?
No one in. But Brian Foley, $5 Canadian. Hey,
We'll
Dan.
take it in any currency.
He says, "Hey Dan, I messaged both you and Marty about the action figures, brother."
Oh, Brian, yes, I remember, buddy. My God, I tell you, I've been so backed up between having Marty, trying to get ready for the Florida excursion, a life explosion that took place when I was there that I had to come home to. Hopefully tomorrow and Monday, I'm going to catch up on all the emails. I've been trying to catch up on regular mail. I've been trying to catch up with Tony and his artwork. It's just been a mess. Marty, I don't know what universe he's on sometimes, but I'll get back to you over the next couple of days. I did get the email, though. I remember it. Thank you for reminding me. It's highlighted in red, so I know to go back to it. That's usually what I do when I know I'm starting to get backlogged. Thank you, Brian.
Teddy asked, "Do you guys think WrestleMania will ever come back to the Boston area? Mania at Gillette would be sweet." I would love it, man, but I don't know because the weather's so unpredictable at this time.
There's nowhere for people to stay down there. What are there, 3 hotels?
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about it like this. When they have it in New York, you got to go to New Jersey. You got to go all over the place, too.
But it's 6 miles.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to do it here, it'd be like that. I would love it because I think it'd be great. And that's the best thing about it. There's nowhere around, so you would never be in traffic until you had to go to Boston. New York City trying to get through. Oh, my goodness. You remember.
That's just a fantasy thought.
Right, exactly. Like I said, I don't think it'll ever happen, but I just think it would be fun.
It'd be great, yeah. But
it'd be easy for us. Let's see. WrestleMania 10 lacked star power. Some good matches.
Other than Hogan, who was missing?
Teddy says, or SummerSlam at Gillette or at Fenway. Now, yeah, I mean, that would be cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. Absolutely. I heard rumors for Mania 40 2 nights. Brian D said that.
I think they're going to go back to
one night. Me too.
Yeah. After this one, I hope.
Yeah, me too.
Do you see the Super Bowl over 2 days? You could say, though, the World Series is several days. The NBA Finals are several days. The NHL Stanley Cup is over several days. But I like WrestleMania as 1 day.
Yep.
This year, I get it. Even though they haven't fans in, it's under limited capacity, and they still want to make that moolah. So having it over 2 days will essentially make it even if they can fill it both days.
So true.
I am looking forward to just finally seeing live wrestling again. I can't wait to present live wrestling to you guys again. 2 blocks down the road at Memorial Hall, Main Street, Melrose, with Mrs. Garrett. Oh, she ranks up there with Terry Runnels, too. Look at Rich Swann trying to take the big man down.
Bring the chocolate to Boston, Teddy.
Dave will go anywhere for the chocolate. He's moved thousands of miles for chocolate.
Brian D says, but for Mania, I heard night 1 at MSG and night 2 MetLife.
I mean, I haven't heard it from anyone within WWE, and that's usually where, when it comes to scoops and things like that, is where I take the brain trust. But it sounds like a nice idea. I'd like to see them do something at MSG.
No, Boston's allowing more than that.
Where
at March 22nd, they're allowing 12%. So that's about, I think I was reading, like about 3,000 people in the Garden now.
I think for the Celtics and the Bruins, it's 2,900.
Yeah, 3,000. Yeah.
And 45 at Fenway.
Yep. Boston deserves SummerSlam. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
If I'm WWE, I'm going to want to go to the places that allow as many people in as possible right now. To talk about SummerSlam, so much is unknown, throughout the country right now. It's so early to say. All of these venues are going to be desperate to get tenants in.
Oh, I can't
especially
wait.
in the summer. You know what I mean? Every arena in the country is going to be looking for rentals.
Yep.
So it's almost like a buyer's market. Holy shit.
Wow.
Well, I guess anything can happen in a professional wrestling match, but that, and why would the referee just let the chair sit in the middle of the ring? I mean, that's so amateurish.
I don't like it.
Is there anybody in the chat watching the show?
Oh, you mean for smaller buildings, Teddy? I don't know the amount for smaller buildings. I just know for the guard, things like that. He was saying 500 are allowed.
For
smaller
some
buildings.
Theaters and music halls, it's not based on a percentage. It's an actual cap by number of people. But it feels like it's different everywhere in every city.
Nikki says Afasika interview.
I wouldn't be opposed to it if you guys wanted it. They're not. How can I say this nice? I'm not going to say there'd be a language barrier, but they're not the most clearly spoken people we'd have here in the studio. But I think they'd have great stories. Johnny and Sika could talk about what it's like to have current superstars in the profession.
Oh yeah!
Wow! Moose.
That was awesome. Out of nowhere, taking that move. But wow! If you guys are watching the event right now, did you guys just see Moose run up those turnbuckles? Wow!
I showed him how to do that.
That was great. What do we got? Mr. Halloween, did you like Lucha Underground?
I've never seen it.
Okay. Rick B says, Dan, what about Bob Backlund in the studio?
He likes to do shtick nowadays. And do you want me to bring him in to do shtick? I'd rather have Bob Backlund tell Bob Backlund stories as opposed to Mr. Backlund shtick. You know what I mean?
Kicked out.
It's up to Jackie. Jackie's not in the mood for Backlund's jokes.
Thanks, Dennis. I don't care about the show, just hanging with you guys. Awesome.
That's a good man.
Thanks, buddy.
Does anyone, though, in the chat seem to care about the show?
Well,
we have sat here and just talked about wrestling.
They'll find out. I'm waiting for them to answer.
I'm asking you. You've been reading their questions.
Do I care about the show?
No. If
they haven't really talked about the show. They're asked any question I ask is from them, unless I actually missed it. But no one's really been talking about it.
No one's really mentioned this at all?
No, other than when I said there was only one title change, and then they said no, two.
Who was that?
What
Brian
about
Duffy?
I don't know who it was. Duggan, would you have in? Brian Foley's asking that.
Oh! Who's to say we haven't already had the conversation, Brian? I don't know. Tough guy. I'd love to have Hacksaw here. I'll say that much. Officially, on the record.
Oh, wow. Brian Foley, one-man gang.
The problem with the gang is he doesn't like to fly because of his size. He wants to drive, and he lives, I believe, in Louisiana.
How come so far this is the best match? Yeah, this is a good match. This one is. But it's also the only one that I'm actually getting to really see right now because the questions have slowed down.
Everybody's watching the main event.
I guess so.
My buddy Rich Swan. I don't know. How do you do that to a toy drive and then 3 months after the fact still not respond?
J-Dog says, nobody cares about Impact. This is better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love Impact. I'm
more
fan of it.
people liked Impact.
I love it. I watch it every Tuesday. I'm trying to get Dan to watch it too.
I did watch a little of that link you sent me.
Well, that's good.
I just got to try and get myself into a routine. I think the best way to go about it, if the fans want us to do it, would probably start when we get back from Mania. Because I'm going to be so stressed the next few weeks trying to get ready to go.
Patrick Rowe, $2. Dave, you are a funny guy. Thanks, buddy.
Patrick, you're all right in my book, brother. Tweet Rich Swan and tell him to do the right thing by the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. that unless there's more story to it than meets the eye, he's stiffed. Not a good thing. And I love Rich Swann, as I've probably said now about a half dozen times. Wow. Rich sold that great.
See it again. Oh, good, good, good. What else we got? We're here to talk about old school wrestling, Nikki says.
Nikki really doesn't care about Impact,
No.
I'm guessing. Well, that's as long as you're talking, it's a great thing.
Yes, sir.
If you're super chatting, it's a great thing. If you head on over to patreon.com/Boston Wrestling and make my good friend Jackie happy, it's a great thing. Because then you're not just a friend, you're part of the family, the familia.
Yes.
Not that lousy Vicky Guerrero faction, but the Boston Wrestling familia. We need you. If you knew what I wanted to do with Wrestle House beyond with what I've already told you, you guys would be super chatting. You'd be on eBay. You'd be on Patreon. You'd be coming down to the studio. Because I know you love this style of wrestling talk. And that's what I want to bring to you. Every time we lose one of the legends, and when I see one pass away, it kills me because there aren't many people I can say I'm done with. Boogeyman was one of them because Boogeyman had a pretty short run, and 3 hours pretty much covered the career. But Paul Bearer, we had so many ideas on things we wanted to do, and while he was here a couple of times, there was still so much more we could have done. Even the Sheik, with all of his visits, Sheik was here, my God, 5 or 6 times, and there was still more we could have done with him. So, it's a labor of love. Certainly not a labor of riches. The talent makes out all right, but us, not so much. That's why we love Donnie the Barber. If you're still out there strutting and cutting, baby.
Oh, I pinned him.
Did he?
Yeah, Rich Swann.
Well, good finish.
Awesome.
He's taken aback that he won. That's what I looked like the day he no-showed the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive.
The big eye wide open. That was awesome.
Richie Rich, my buddy.
$2, Patrick Rowe. Dave, but looks aren't everything. I don't know what that means.
No,
I don't know what that
maybe he
means,
thinks
buddy.
You should broaden your horizon beyond the chocolate.
But I've never. This is him talking. If that's what you're talking about, not me.
You know what? As mad as I am at Rich Swann, I'm proud of him. I believe, is he the first dual champion?
Of this, yeah.
Good for him.
Well, they're unifying it though, so I don't know. I wonder if they're just going to get rid of it.
First man, yeah. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Moose is not happy. Rich, I'm not happy either, brother. I'm giving you the same look Moose is. That was a waste of an airline ticket.
Oh,
waste of a hotel room.
Join us Saturday, April 24th.
My fans, you didn't sign the posters. You didn't sign the pictures. You did the wrong thing, brother. You're a good man. Make it right. I still love your theme song. I love to hum. Can you handle it?
But April 24th, Rebellion, Saturday
I already
night.
have it on the calendar, believe it or not.
Yes.
Do you want me to mark down the Ring of Honor one, though, is the big question.
We'll find out.
Well,
that's a Friday night.
I think you said the 17th.
No, it's gonna be a Friday night. That's how they always do their pay-per-views. I know that for a fact. I don't know the exact date, but it's in April.
Do a Friday.
Yeah, but don't you usually have Tony come in?
Not every Friday. You insane?
No, but I just figured what if you no, I'm just saying what if you do?
I can book around him.
Oh, okay.
He's not always Friday. He's just usually Friday.
That's
Sometimes
what I
he'll
always
do
thought.
Saturday.
All right.
And is that it?
That's it. That's all she
wrestling
wrote.
fans, unfortunately, this tremendous event has come to an end. Not bad. Not necessarily great. I enjoyed the main event. I was kind of surprised by the tag team title finish. I was disappointed to see TJ lose the X Division championship or whatever. Yeah, that's X Division he had. What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
From what I've seen, I'm not really going to be able to grade. I didn't see much.
I'd give it about a 5.
Fine, 5. I'll go with average because I didn't.
Well, how about with what you did?
I have to go back and watch this. I didn't really get to see it.
You were too busy. Do you want me to do the questions?
No, I'm just saying. No, I don't mind,
All
but
right.
I'm just saying.
Well, I
That's
know
why.
you truly enjoy this much more than I do.
Who won the main event? Rich Swann retained.
Can you handle it? Can you handle it? The only thing Rich
There you
couldn't
go.
handle was getting on the plane for the pallbearer holiday headlocks toy drive.
I agree with Hakami. 8 out of 10 for.
Can me say 6
She
out
said
of 10?
8 out of 10 for that one match, and then 6 out of 10 for the whole
A
thing.
very good
And
match.
I think I agree with that too, because like I said, I seen bits and pieces. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but from what I seen, I'd give it a 5 or a 6 for sure.
So, and I wanted to make note of this, just in case you are here watching. I wanted to
Thanks,
send
Nikki. Good night,
Who?
Nikki. Enjoy the
Bye,
rest.
Nikki. I wanted to say major league thank you to our good friends, familia members, Michael Branseth, Rick Smith, Miguel Hernandez, Jason Dixon, Jason Worcester, and Ryan Stone, who all joined the Patreon. We thank you guys so much. You help us keep the lights on. You're directly helping keep professional wrestling legends working. And of course, you get the Patreon exclusives. You get the access to the Shoot Interview DVD library, is seen by millions online and millions on Howard Stern. And you get early ad-free access to all 4 of our in-studio Wrestling Insider shoot interviews each week. Anyone can join at patreon.com for as less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So we're glad you joined us on Impact Wrestling Sacrifice. Dave, any final thoughts?
I just thought I like Impact, so I was happy to do it with you guys and have fun. And I thought it was a good show, and I'm glad to see Rich Swann get the double title. You know what I mean? See where they're gonna go with it. I don't know what that leaves Moose doing now. I don't know if when his contract's up there, if that's something I have to do with it or whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we were just talking about it. So I think it's gonna be fun to watch Impact on Tuesday. And also now Swann will face Kenny Omega at Rebellion.
April 24th.
Yes, so
And
that's going to be
fans,
exciting.
And I don't know, I think there may be 3 of them in the room that are Impact fans, but we will be live
There
here
you go.
Saturday night, April the 24th for the, is it called Rebellion?
Yes,
For
Rebellion.
the we just had Revolution, we got Rebellion, we got Oz up the ass.
Yes.
Or X's with you and the chocolate, but that's all right.
Enough of that.
So we'll
Come
be
on.
back for the pay-per-view LIVE live for, what is it?
Fastlane.
Fastlane.
Oh, Jesus.
There's so many events. And don't forget, at 11 o'clock tonight, it's Wrestling Insiders Week in Review, where we'll have full-length studio shoot interviews with the Hall of Famer, Mr. Say, Tony Atlas, Nasty Boys, Jerry Saggs, Marty Jannetty, and the man, when the lights in the Thunderdome come, his dome lights up, John Cena Sr. Dave, am I forgetting anything, brother?
No, I think you pretty much summed it all up.
All right, for Razor Willis over here, I'm Dan Mirade. Until we speak again, folks, you and yours be well. We'll see you at 11 o'clock for Wrestling Insiders Week in Review. Good night. And Joke Man, that is your cue to cut. Are we cut on both? Could you hear him?